On the interwebs, on the Yogs Cast channel, with the day out.
Did you want to Discord instead?
It would be nice to not have to do this. So yeah, if we can figure out how to disable. Oh wait, we just wouldn't be pressing caps. Okay, yeah. 1 second.
Yeah.
We're just fixing. Oh, it's so much better.
Yeah, better.
I wonder why they changed that and then didn't give the option. Abby, thank you for a whole year. That's so crazy.
How do I look this
A hype train is closed. Can I do my resub now?
up? Oh, watch this shit.
How do I trigger my resub to the Yogs Cast?
Hold up.
Petrock, thank you. Sean!
Got him.
The gang's all here.
How do I? Do I have to like refresh the page maybe?
There's a thing at the bottom, it says manage your sub.
Oh, where is that? Oh, there it is. Share. Haha. Yeah, thank you, Mousie, for 81 months.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
The real Mousie?
I'm too weak.
Do we know if Garg's coming?
That's a... Wait, but is it only 4 people? How many people is it?
Didn't we have like multiple people last time?
Well, because Kerm is here. He's not in the
Don't
call for
know.
some reason, but...
Gog wasn't playing this last time, I don't think.
Was he not?
No, Gog doesn't even have it.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was just us 3 and Melon.
Oh, okay, then we need to get Kerm.
So what is this game about? What are we doing?
Kerm, join the Discord. Hi. Where did were we at Dead Asylum?
Yeah, that's where the
Yeah.
doctor was.
Let's check. Because it looks like they've changed things around a little bit. Yeah, this is the
this
asylum.
was it.
Yeah,
With
okay.
the never-ending zombies.
So let's check downstairs real quick and see if we still have our catches. Kerm,
Oh,
come this
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I accidentally, when I booted it up this morning, I think I like accidentally deleted the character I had. So I had to remake him.
I changed
Yep,
around.
they're
a
still
yeah, we
here.
still have them. So we're catching cryptids. These are the cryptids we've caught so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we're gonna go try and catch a doctor.
A doctor. Okay.
Yeah. What creatures are you getting clapped by this week? Listen.
A doctor.
A doctor.
Oh fuck! I ate my
He's a
apples.
gynecologist.
We didn't eat our apples.
I
Okay.
did. I'm gonna be useless. I'm gonna repel him.
Oh, well, that might work out, honestly. Truthfully. I don't know what we're meant to be seeing in this video that they give us for this case.
All the gore and the blood. Clearly.
I still have nipple storage just showing through my
Oh my
white
gosh.
shirt, and I still jiggle when I move.
Yeah, they've added physics to it.
Priorities.
No, this was always here.
Well, they made a choice.
Equality? Is there
Love my
equality?
They made a
Mark
choice to
Masters.
do that.
Oh god, it's still textured as well.
I wish I could see. Yeah. Avert your
Wonderful.
gaze.
All right, we're going to an asylum. I've got my. Oh, is there a cowboy hat?
Yeah.
There is a
In
cowboy
the hat section
hat.
down the bottom.
Hat section.
Okay, change clothing, hair, hat.
Oh, you can get tattoos?
Yeah, in the mirror.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
It's only on one body type though.
Where's?
Oh,
the...
I can't get
you
leg tattoos
sure?
from.
Where are these hats?
I took them to this one that's got the hats in the top area here.
Oh, this is
but I don't want to
new.
have. I don't want to have a 5 o'clock shadow.
Wait, why? What?
Stay as I am. I've got heart sunglasses.
The groove bandana. Dark cap. What? Where is this cowboy hat? Is it called a sun hat or something?
Sean, those leather pants are glued to your sides.
It was at the bottom for me, very very bottom. Unless it's now a.
I don't see a cowboy hat.
Hmm.
Did they gender
think
lock
where it
this
would've been
shit?
under.
That's grim.
Let me have a double check.
They might have done.
Clothing,
That would suck if they did.
hair, hats.
Well, they gave the female character something else.
That's true. We don't have knit physics or
Yeah, so
dong physics.
it's clothing, hair, hats, and then it's.
I don't
very
see any
bottom.
tattoos either. Am I like maybe every
Change
time I
character.
go change character?
Is that one? Yeah.
Change character. Wait, what? This is just what I saw earlier. It just changed my body type.
One of the body types for me had tattoos on his arms.
Yeah.
Grim. Well, regardless. I received a hype train email. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's
Wow.
crazy. I need a bottle of water. Okay. Let me also remember to plug in my real quick.
Interesting. If you have a cowboy hat, it forces your hair to be blonde.
What?
Yeah.
No, there's no other way.
You just gotta
Alright.
have blonde hair if you're a cowboy. All right.
Are
fair enough.
we ready to track down? I don't remember the controls of this, by the way.
Yes,
I'm in my tight
I
leather
know
pants.
E is
I'm ready.
collecting.
Yeah, no, I went to look at like the keybinds and stuff to rebind push to
Oh,
talk,
this is
and there was
new.
so much stuff. I just gave up.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Do we want a minigun auto
Oh.
turret?
What the fuck? Yes.
Well, that'd be helpful in the.
Oh, but that's a lot of funds. What
Fuck
if we
it,
fuck
let's
up and
go.
die? Yeah, fuck it. Give a shit.
Resurrection Stone. Jesus.
Doctor, what was his name? Dr. Miller? Dr. Miller stands no chance.
Let's fucking go. Okay, I think I'm ready. Minigun, minigun.
Do we have to ready up? Or...
at the
Start
van.
case.
Oh, yes.
Parenthesis host. Yeah, it's just on you.
Kerm, I'm so excited for you to see this game.
I can't wait. Oh, achievements. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
We have achievements.
Already winning.
Yeah, I got a unique item. Apparently.
And press space to continue, and it does nothing.
Where's the minigun?
There we go. Gotta wait until we're in game to do it.
Oh, they're okay. Weapons and shit. Like, how do I pick one up? Oh, keep. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the minigun's under the computers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Service pistol.
And a shotgun.
Take half, take half, take half.
Hmm. Cheese
I picked
wheels.
up so I picked up a gun. I don't know how to pull it out.
1, 2, and 3. Sometimes they auto bind.
I am.
If not, press I, and then hover over it, and then favorite, and then click on the one that you want it to be assigned to.
Let me change my mouse out because I'm still on mobile mouse. Slay.
Okay, no ammo. Where do I pick up ammo? Is that over here?
From the
Yeah.
crates underneath. Yeah.
Did we have first person in this game or?
don't think so.
I can't remember. Let me check. Okay, no.
I can't remember if we aimed if it went first person. Probably
Oh!
not.
No, wait, no. Okay. Shall we go to the asylum?
Sure.
do it.
How do I see
How do we
my
get my
inventory?
flashlight?
Oh, wait. Were those flashlights?
No, I was just wondering if there was because it's kind of dark.
I could have sworn we had flashlights at some point, but did we pick up everything at
I
least?
don't know if we did.
Oh, tab is
I think-
our inventory. I remember that now.
Yep. I have no
I have the
ammo for my service
minigun.
pistol.
Oh, F brings up the HUD. Perfect.
I have no hunting rifle stuff either. Oh dear.
How do I reload my hunting rifle? I picked up some ammo.
Have you got the right ammo for it? Hunting rifle takes something.
Cool.
It doesn't say.
So do I need to pick up some of all the stuff?
You
Yeah.
can probably pick up the rest of it, honestly, if we've already gotten through everything.
Like the beer bottles and stuff is.
I accidentally
grab it all.
picked up
Yeah.
3 shotguns. If anybody.
Oh my god. Well, one for each hand, and I don't know what you're going to do with the third one.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do with the third one.
Oh.
Sorry?
Oh. Use me as your silencer.
Alright, let's
Oh
go!
my God. What a pickup line. Oh my god, imagine if you were a pistol and I was your silencer.
How do I not have any ammo whatsoever?
don't
Yeah,
know.
so the only ammo that like I could reload into my gun was the shotgun stuff. Even though I picked
I
up
should
the
have
other stuff, I
buckshot.
couldn't.
Oh right, the door's locked. We need to go around to this.
Yeah, I know. I picked up other kinds of ammo, but I can't reload the pistol or the rifle.
Oh wait, there we go.
Yeah, I don't have any
I had to
pistol
click
ammo.
on the gun.
I have flare gun ammo.
I had to open up
Yeah.
the inventory and click on the gun, and it automatically, then it showed up.
You can favorite them.
Yeah, they are already favorited, but I needed to still click on them, and then the ammo showed up.
Ah, gotcha.
It's really
It's
weird.
so dark.
There was a side entrance somewhere, but I forgot where. To find the key.
Where do you go, guys?
I could have. We're running around right now.
We're trying to look for the
Okay.
entrance. I remember it was the doors were locked, but there was like a side entrance somewhere.
We're in.
I just went through a door.
found a gold bar.
I'm inside the house.
Oh, damn.
What?
I just
Where
went
did you...
in
Found a
through the
gold bar
door,
in the dumpster.
the front door.
Oh, I picked up some bolt cutters, so I don't know.
Oh,
if you
here we
maybe
go.
have to do with it.
Was it not here where there was a key?
Like one of the two front doors is locked, the other one isn't locked. Oh, I'm dead. Dead? I don't know what happened.
Great start.
I'm just lying here in front of the front door. Mousie? Yeah, thank you.
Bro, are you good?
CPR.
No, I'm just.
Can you cover me?
Wait, this door is
Resuscitate him.
unlocked. I literally went here first and it
What
was
the
locked.
hell?
Do
Yeah,
you really
no,
not
so-
have any
It's so dark.
flashlights?
That's
can't-
Chad.
I'm gonna have to figure out the control for it. Hold
Yeah,
on.
look at
Flashlight.
T.
Do we?
It was T
L.
for flash.
L.
No.
Oh.
L.
what
Yeah,
mine
it
is.
is. T
It's
for
L.
to chat.
No wonder we couldn't see a damn thing.
So
To
if the
chat.
if we're not trying to kill the doctor, then what are we using weapons for?
Oh no,
Oh,
we
no,
get
we're
him
trying to
down.
kill him.
We're trying to kill him, but like we get him down and then we like.
We're also trying to kill
Okay.
all of his spawn.
Is 9 rounds of shotgun shells enough?
No.
Tried 90.
90?
Yeah.
Do you guys have that much?
I will do
99.
soon. As
Just
soon as
try
I
and
steal everything.
basically
I'm
try
packing
and
heat.
move around, like go around the place and try and just collect as much as you can. And then eventually.
Oh, some doors are not doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, loads of 9mm in this
This
room,
place
by
was a
On me.
maze.
That's locked.
If you need some pistol ammo,
You've got loads.
Where?
Yeah, I
This
could
room.
use some 9mm.
just behind this that locker.
Oh, sick.
Oh my god,
Oh,
Holy
cheese.
that's a bit violent.
crap. Skyrim cheese.
Oh. This is locked. We need to find the keys.
What if a
Keep
bolt
your eyes
goes
peeled,
away?
everyone.
Oh,
Hey, I
we
picked
need
up a
to-
new type of
Yeah,
ammo, also
we need
not
to-
for the hunting rifle.
Oh,
we
this
need to
person
remember
was
to
torn apart.
progress
What
the
could have done
quest.
this? I should see if they have anything useful.
Found the final
What?
message.
Oh, wow. Look at all this reading. Oh, a service pistol. Wow. I don't have
Look
one
at all
of
the
those.
lore.
We corpse robbers now.
Oh my god. This is so crazy. We've definitely never seen this before. Oh, what is this? A staff journal? I'm sure there's so much information
Oh,
in it.
there we go. Pressing-
Uh-oh.
That doesn't sound
is
nice.
that the doctor?
For zombies.
Loot
No,
that
it's
shit.
a spawn.
Oh my god, they're still horrible.
I've forgotten what they look like.
Oh, yep, here's the main room. I
You know what?
remember
Let's
this.
let Mousie go first.
Where are they?
Yeah.
Help, 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 help. They got buffed. Oh, I'm out of ammo.
Oh god, yeah, that's right.
Oh, behind. The other way.
Oh, what the fuck is that? It has like too many arms.
Shoot her, shoot
True.
her. Oh, there's a baby. I forgot about the babies.
Oh yeah, the babies!
Kill the baby!
I have 6
Remember to
or
loot
5
them.
HP.
This one's locked.
I need
Loot
some
your
Mr.
monsters,
Nutties.
everyone. Loot your monsters.
Don't forget to eat your nut
Oh, it's
bars.
got also too many heads. Oh shit.
Are you okay?
They are all horrible.
It's the 4th of July. Yesterday.
A little more than yesterday.
You absolutely right. I didn't sleep.
To round up.
What?
I was awake at 4 o'clock this morning, still watching Lord of the Rings Extended Edition.
Why would you do that?
Did you watch all 3 films?
Oh god, help me,
I
please!
watched.
You just watched the Fellowship,
Child!
right?
Yeah, we watched Fellowship, but then I stayed up after.
Oh, I'm out of. I ran out of ammo.
I told everybody I was going away. I was going to sleep. I did not.
There we go.
Kurt?
I watched Supercell on Netflix.
Too much head.
Are these?
Yeah,
oh, this
since
is
when is
beer.
too much head a bad thing?
You can keep the beer. That gives you like a damage resistance buff.
Oh, and it gives me a buff to driving.
Yeah. In Minecraft.
Bigfoot muscle milk. Oh.
Ooh.
Why are there 7 cheeseburgers in this?
Nope.
What? I didn't reload.
Neither
Oh,
did I.
no. It keeps going. Ah. Okay. What do I do about my health?
Oh, the power breaker.
Did we just
Oh.
switch it? How do we
I
do
think
this?
it's already on.
Is it?
Isn't.
You can. There's items in the game, Kerm, that you can eat to gain health.
Right. Like.
Mr. Nutty's bars, heart bombers, med
I have
kits.
Bigfoot muscle milk. Is that it?
Bigfoot muscle.
It should say.
Guess we're to stop. Oh, untamed stamina. It's like
I don't
drinking
know
it
if you want to be
straight from the
drinking Bigfoot's
Sasquatch.
milk.
Oh, I think I did
Oh,
get 5 HP from that.
Hey, that's something.
Worth.
Don't you be knocking
Yeah,
that.
I am now on 15. Oh, nutty. These. I
oh,
see.
is this where we have to go up the stairs as well, don't we?
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
like loot as much as we can and find. Remember, we have to
Yeah.
find the secret entrance to
The
in the
lift.
office. Yeah, but the office I remember is like over here somewhere. But it's gonna trigger a big ordeal,
Petrol,
so
petrol. Come
we
on,
should
come on,
be.
come on, come
Huh?
on.
Oh!
No! Look at that precious angel!
Oh.
Take him down.
He cannot be killed.
The gnomes are precious. Uh oh.
Oh,
Nope,
somebody sounds
that is not a good sound. Close that door. Just close the door.
Close the door. How dare you? I can use that bandage.
He's just a baby.
Is he?
That is a baby.
Man, I love these lore-accurate hamburgers
Jesus.
that heal like your entire health for eating them.
I mean...
Game was clearly made by an American.
This is sponsored by Burger King. Not actually. For legal reasons. That is a lie.
Legally distinct Burger King.
Queen
Oh.
burgers.
So if I remember correctly, if we follow
Burger
the...
Oh, we're gonna
I
find his
remember...
office.
No, it's I
Yeah.
remember where it is. It's over here. But there's so much shit to loot along the way. We should really keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Who's
because
just
texting me?
found-
his fight is tough. Keep spawning.
What was that? Did you say?
Keep
Where are
spawning
you?
at enemies.
What?
It's tough. It's hard. Woo!
Occupied.
I'm out of ammo. Thank God.
Meanwhile,
I didn't
in
reload
Happy
that gun
Land-
either.
Meanwhile,
gonna
in
loot this
Happy
stuff.
Land. Who's down? Patrick!
Just
Someone
look at
save
him,
him,
eyes wide
please.
open.
I got
Wait.
my ass out on display.
Where'd you find the hunting rifle ammo?
It's 7.62.
Yeah. 762. You
Seven-
should find it.
Or no, I think it's 7.62.
Yeah, because I have a lot of I have a lot of 5.56, and I have.
Yeah, we never discovered what the 5.56 was used
Oh my
for.
God.
Well, that is like assault rifle ammo.
Yeah, we never found an assault rifle.
We've not got them yet. Or they're buyable later.
Burger King or Hot Dog Queen? Listen, depends on the night.
I don't know. I'm
Glizzy
like,
Rizzy.
At the end of the day, I'm a cheap, down, nasty, dirty burger slut. Okay,
I'll drink your hot dog water any day.
I'll whore out for an
Jesus
In-N-Out
Christ.
double.
Oh, just close the door again. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't do that.
So I remember the office being down around here somewhere.
Oh dear.
Oh no!
Y'all good? Y'all finding gods or like what's the deal here?
I'm just chilling.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Laying down on the job.
Existential moment.
Come on with your hands up.
Oh, I think I found his office. by
Did he come out with his hands up?
No, help me please! Oh God, I forgot to reload.
Classic.
Jesus fuck.
the way.
Mean
The office is just through
underling.
here.
Yeah, but there's this whole room over here. There's so much shit. Oh wait, no, is there?
There was something we had to press to open it. Oh yeah, I found it. Secret switch.
Is that
Hold
over
on.
by you, man?
Before,
Oh no, I found him.
Before you do anything. Oh, I found the generator.
Yeah,
I found one of
before
the
we do anything,
generators.
there's a.
Oh,
Oh, this
we need
house
to go
is full of
press
them
all the
again.
we need to go press all those generators.
Oh,
that we
Kermit,
found.
back to
There's
us.
3 of them. And a baby, and a baby.
Shoot
Ow.
her! Shoot her!
This is a dead end. Are you fucking with me?
Wait, you can jump over the railing.
Oh yeah,
So that-
cannibal.
That generator we found earlier. We need. Oh!
Yeah, welcome to the party.
There is a child.
Aim, Kerm, aim.
Cyril Fig, thank you so much for 75 months.
There's others. There's more.
Behind me. Behind.
Kerb, stop moving! Or start moving!
Oh, I
Stop
was
staying
trying to eat cheese.
Help me, please. Ow! Leave me. Why is it still on me? Someone!
still. Shooting Kerb in the ass.
Oh my God! Jesus! Once my ass, like, really fucking bad. What the hell?
Oh, I'm
Did
here
you make this
again.
game harder?
I think
Or
they made
did
this
we just
corridor
get
loop.
worse?
I think yeah, now got a whole way around up top.
Okay, we
So you
need to
can
find
try
all the
them.
generators because did we get the generator that we found earlier?
I haven't been downstairs for one. I've got
Oh,
one
no.
upstairs.
I got one upstairs
Oh.
as well. Oh, that's just, yeah, this is the office, right, okay. Oh wow, there's a note. Let me just read that. Wow. Oh.
What is this zombie yelling at?
Sorry?
There's a zombie yelling, and I don't know where he is.
Oh, he's just been a good
Do you not
lad.
hear that?
Oh, I do. Roar.
What? I found him! Bringing him to you guys.
Okay, I'm ready.
Nice.
Slime. I like
Trying
the
to look
just
at these.
cheese wheels.
Gotta eat your cheese.
Oh, I found a generator. Okay, there's the 5th one. So where's the 4th? I swear we came across one earlier. We just stared at
Yeah, I couldn't interact with it.
it. We
Found it.
can now.
Got it.
Hey!
Hey, okay, return to the office. Let's go, everyone.
I want some muscle milk. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
It gave me like 5 HP.
More than you had.
Oh no, you're being
Yes,
chased
go.
by Insta DMs.
Oh.
Ah! Fucking Christ.
Oh,
Where was
to
the
the
button?
office. It's under the office.
Oh, right.
Or under the
Wow,
office.
we did it! Is everyone here? Because remember the elevator issue we had last time?
I'm here.
Okay, everyone get on the elevator. Make sure you're on the elevator.
Oh,
Am I in the wall
wait,
again?
curves
Is he in the wall?
sideways again. Let me just take a screenshot of that.
Sideways.
Nice.
Oh, you just
nice
hold it.
screenshot.
I see.
Oh.
Yep. All right, now we're good.
Reload your pistols, everyone.
Yeah. Nut up.
Already.
Nut up. That's actually a good shout. Let me just...
Oh, you can like spam the flares. I don't remember being able to do that. I just machine gun my flares off.
Oh my gosh, the way I have to keep going back into my inventory to press things. Because they're not favorited.
Hmm.
It's whack, yo.
cheese.
Don't forget, everyone should probably have a beer bottle on them because they give you like a damage buff
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Hold on. let me
Maybe
before
figure
we
that.
enter the fight. That'd be a good
Pain
idea.
resistance and stand boost. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's too many menus to like
I know.
try and like,
okay, this was the
consume
room,
stuff.
and then there's a secret door behind it.
Okay, I've got the minigun favorited, so I'm ready.
I don't remember how we access the secret room. Oh, there we go. Now you need to access the terminal. Alright. Beer up.
Make sure you got med packs on bind if you have them. I guess.
Oh, should
Oh, yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah, I should do that.
Med packs, bandages.
Something like that.
Med packs are separate.
Where are med packs? Oh, those, yeah.
Oh, I have 13. Perfect. Let me just...
Mm.
Oh, I didn't bind it. I just ate one. How do
You
I?
press F.
Oh, full. Yeah.
F spaghetti.
Okay.
And
Should
where's
I-
the beer?
Did I drink the beer already?
Yeah, beer up.
How do I know if it's working?
If you just ate it, it should
Hope.
go.
It doesn't tell me what
Let's
I've got
do
in my
this shit.
area.
He's in this
Okay.
thing at the back. I don't remember how we trigger
Ooh,
that. Oh, there's a
some
med
more
kit.
loot in areas. More loot.
Alright, should I put down the turret?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea just to do it right now.
Like right here, you think?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember how
Okay.
we trigger this. Access the
I'm
terminal.
just gonna place a bear trap down that I have.
Okay, the turret is on and ready.
Is this the terminal? Oh yeah, here we go. Access files.
Where's the bear trap?
It
Oh, did I
should
lose
trigger it?
No, I have a bear trap. I'll put one down.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Here we go.
Yep, here we
Must have
go.
lost it.
Oh, nice. It's already laying into him. Get his ass! gonna start dropping zombies from the ceiling turn. Just be careful about that.
Look at us go!
Oh, we are putting in so much work.
Ow! I just took 5 damage from nothing. Oh, it's... Oh god, it's the turret. It hurts me too.
We're doing
I
so
think he
much
looks-
better this time.
Does he? Oh, zombies behind us.
Oh
Right, Mousie?
shit!
Just ignore the zombies.
I'm downed. I'm downed!
Shit.
I'm just cutting the doctor. Oh shit, I'm down.
Yeah, just...
Oh no.
The turret's putting in work still, remember that.
I'll go for Mousie.
Oh, he's dead.
I'm just
Reviving mouse.
stunned
Or
up
no,
in
that's
with
correct.
headshots.
Yeah, just revive whoever.
Yep. Okay.
Just kite.
Yeah, keep cutting. If you cut him away, I'll get Mousie up.
Sick headshots in.
You got her? Okay.
Oh.
Is that me? Oh, shit.
Hey!
God.
Oh shit.
4 zombies behind, but I think we just focus Miller.
Focus fire, you dead.
Yeah!
We did it!
We just gotta kill the,
Secure that
kill
monster.
the ads.
Secure monster. No, I think we could just do this.
Hell yeah!
Take me.
Hey!
Oh, all we needed this whole time was Kerm. Melon was dragging us down.
In a
believe
mini
it.
turret.
Yeah, ignoring the mini
shit!
turret.
Oh
We can
wow.
get several mini turrets!
And make him bank.
This game
Oh
is
my
easy.
god! We're gonna get so many mini turrets, holy shit! Look at this
so
thing.
good.
We can fit so many mini turrets in this thing.
Yeah. Slaps roof of Dr. Miller.
Let's go see him in his little cage.
Oh yeah, he's probably got some fucking zombies with him too.
You think?
Company.
I mean, he's got 3 heads. I'm pretty sure he has more than enough company.
It
Oh,
says I
dude.
picked up a unique item. Did any of you other guys get that message?
No.
Yeah, I got that at the start.
Huh.
When we entered the
I
map.
wonder what it was.
I feel sort of bad for him, you know. He's got 3 heads, so he could turn and give himself a little kissy, but there's still 1 head still all alone.
Well, no, the 2 side heads can kiss the middle head.
Hey! There he is.
Like on each cheek.
Oh yeah, he's riddled with bullets still.
Blood is life, and it will be mine.
How nice of him. We give him a chair.
Yeah, he has a little
And
chair.
several jerry cans.
And a yoga mat. Gotta keep in shape.
You can get his
That's
stretchies
looking-
in.
Hmm.
This is an r/male living spaces.
Men will see this and say, hell yeah.
Hell
I wonder if
yeah.
any of the others changed. I don't think they did.
I think
They
they're
look
all
about
the same. Yeah, they look the same.
Okay, let's see what our next case is. Alright. Dead Estate. Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp. Tropical Getaway.
Oh, I mean,
Let's do
try
the
to
lizardman
get
of the
away.
skateboard swamp.
We get
Oh.
yeah, we get 38,000 for doing that one.
Oh, okay. Maybe save the tropical getaway for last.
Tropical Getaway is only 10k.
Oh.
The Dead Estate is 40k.
Damn. Send it.
No, but I want
Yeah.
to see the skateboard swamp.
You want to? Okay, what are we
Skateboard
doing?
swamp. Lizard
Lizard Man at the Scape or Swamp?
I'm down with skateboard swamp.
Let's go
Send
to
it.
get Lizard Man. Select.
Let the man
place.
skateboard.
Have I chosen it? Let's see what the video looks like. Look at that Lizard Man. I love the little cryptid videos. All right, so minigun auto turret. We love that.
Yeah, what else is there?
Let's get 2 of those. Fuck it.
Tactical decoy.
That sounds
The
The
useless.
Resurrection stone. Body
Resurrect-
camera, huh?
Resurrection Stone sounds okay, actually.
Night viz goggles.
Where we're going seems pretty lit, though.
You're
Yeah.
right. It's holiday destination.
Resurrection Stone. Minigun auto turret. We can only have 2 miniguns!
This game is too
Wow.
easy.
Okay, well, we have 2 miniguns and a Resurrection Stone. How do we feel about that? And trying that out.
Sounds good.
Everything else seems kind of useless, I'm not gonna lie. Unless we want
It'll be
gas
fine.
masks for the swamp. Would we need gas masks for the
It's
swamp?
I
the
don't
poison
think
swamp.
so.
Might not be a bad idea.
Okay, to be fair, the gas masks, we can equip the gas masks here anyway.
And-
I think
and
it's
they
just
just
a
look-
cosmetic.
Yeah, they just look dope as hell.
I mean, we have the money.
Add it all.
Alright. Give me a quick second to run to the restroom because I didn't get to do that before this stream.
It's okay. I did it when we loaded into the game. I just didn't say anything.
What?
So limited mobility due to thick fog, thick swamp. Creature stands over
To be-
7 feet tall. Good
To be
grief.
fair, the previous stream ended so early she didn't have time to piss.
Lizard man known for attacking people in vehicles. Oh, maybe we get our quad bikes. This seems like a quad bike map.
please. That would
High
be so
population of
good.
alligators.
Yeah.
A group of influencers missing. Went
Oh.
missing when trying to record the video. of
Horrible.
Lizard
Let-
boy.
Run into
What a shame.
influencers.
And they TikToks and their yay nays.
The final boss of Cryptid Hunter.
And then they're planking.
Doing it
All
for the
influencers
vine.
just there, up planking.
Pour one out for Vine.
It's been
Ahead
a
of its
decade.
time.
Let it go.
Vine's been dead for 12 years. It's time to let go.
Never.
The accident wasn't your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Vine
acquisition
before
wasn't
its
your fault.
time. R.I.P. Yo.
Huh?
Quads.
Wait, where did you find that?
In the back.
In the bank.
Oh yeah,
Vine
they are
died
in the
for
back.
our sins and you're laughing?
You're laughing. A man almost dropped his croissant and you're laughing. You know what's the saddest part is that there's people that don't even understand that reference.
It means
Nature's
we're
healer.
old.
Too young.
Nature.
Too young to get that reference.
TikTok exists, Kerm. Nature is absolutely not healing.
Not healing, it is actively getting worse.
R.I.P. Vine. You were before your time.
Yeah.
Wasn't the one before Vine as well?
Was
what was
there?
that called? I don't know.
It's just like with shoot, what was I gonna say? With painters. That painters are never appreciated while they're alive, but only after they're dead.
Why is
We didn't know
Petrock
what
and
we had.
Sean the same color?
No, that is painter cope.
What do you mean the
Excuse
same
me?
color?
You're
Are
the
we both
same-
yellow?
You're both yellow.
Oh, well, it's because we're both shirtless. I mean, can't you tell? We're brothers. Look at these nips and tell me those aren't from the same genetics pool.
We were holding hands. My trusted service pistol.
Retrain. Okay, I'll take.
Is all the 9mm gone?
What are these loadout weapons and loadout traps? Is that what the minigun is?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
already picked up.
they're
the
the gas
minigun.
masks.
Oh,
Okay.
Kerm, there's 9mm in this crate here. Where I am.
Who picked up the? Oh, I picked up the miniguns and the resurrection stones.
Right,
How do we have two
jumping.
resurrection
Which-
stones?
Which 9mm? Oh, down here.
Right
Okay.
here.
How does this even work?
Because we're just that good.
Maybe somebody has to die and then you can just use it on them instead of sitting there.
Oh, it might
Am
be
I
an
wearing
instant
the gas
thing, yeah.
mask?
I just press it.
Slay, 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 slay. Look, I look so cool.
Yeah, you look the coolest. So
Oh. I was
It's
hoping I could
great.
wear both of them. Oh well, I'll stick with this.
No, that's so
Is
sad.
it on? No. How do I put it on?
cool. I love that the head is ridiculously large.
How do I put the gas mask on my face?
You just click it.
Click on it in your inventory.
Tab opens inventory.
Is it on now?
Oh no, is it?
No. Not on
Well,
our
I'm looking
screen.
in the inventory. I'm just clicking on
Oh,
the
it
mask.
is. It is.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
it just went on. There you go.
Oh, cool. Oh, there's flare guns? Where do I find those?
In one of the boxes there.
There might not be more than 2.
I may have taken all the flare gun ammo. Here, I'll drop some.
I was wondering why I couldn't find my.
Well, you know we're always gonna be able to find.
There we go.
Some
Here, I just
shit.
dropped some right here.
Flare
I'm
gun.
guessing we go. If there's anything left over there, just take it all. Like. I have no pistol ammo. Ooh, look at this
38.
nice, serene bridge.
Kerm, here's some flare ammo. Jumping on.
Firework shells. Thank you.
This
We
map
have
looks
to
big enough that we should
click
have a
26
quad.
We should have
times to pick it up.
ATVs. Yeah, what's with that?
Where are they?
I guess we're like actually in swampland.
It's the perfect place for an
Who
ATV.
are we missing? Where's Kerm?
Where did you guys go? Just picking up
Bridge.
flare gun ammo. Okay.
I think there's more ATVs in Florida
So,
per capita than
Is
people.
there a better way to pick up a full stack than just like clicking E 26 times?
F,
Yeah,
Just
keep on
press
clicking
F,
off.
F a bunch of times.
Okay.
Investigate the
Press-
car. Where is this car that you just found? Oh, okay.
I'm just picking
Ooh,
up some.
What is Heart Bomber? And
That
his
is
nutty bar.
Some milk.
Hamburger.
Influencers journal. Oh dear.
Oh no.
They're not
Oh,
real
God.
influencers.
Oh, no,
I
I'm
can read and
influencer.
write.
I
Head
can
to the
decipher the
first-
ancient text Sigma Omega Riz. Skibbity bop.
Skippity toilet.
I got gatted the other day.
Where are we going?
Turkish Quandale Dingle from the TikTok Riz party.
It says
Yeah,
head to the
exactly.
first location.
I don't understand any of what you just said.
Yeah.
I had a
Kerm
friend
is a
who
youngin'.
talked
I
me,
heard party.
talked me
That's-
through the
I did that
lore
word.
of TikTok Riz party.
What?
Oh, man.
You said party. That's the only word I know.
Kerm-
Oh, there's a gator.
Oh
We got
yeah.
gators.
Oh, I forgot to reload. Oops.
Oh shit!
Get the gun, Cletus.
So where are the skateboards?
Oh yeah, this is clearly not the skateboard park, is it?
Yo, stack of cash.
We're going swimming.
Well,
It's a lovely shade of
Piss.
brown, yellow.
This is swamp. Hey, Nightjar.
Yeah.
Which of your friends am I banning for this nonsense TikTok? Listen, we were talking about Vine earlier.
did they look up the TikTok Riz party?
Jesus Christ.
Because I had a friend talk me through the lore of that. It's it goes deep.
I'm okay with not diving down that.
No, well, I can't recount that. It'd be plagiarism.
You're a fake fan.
Kerm, not even about that life.
Look at them gators.
Oh man, it's like I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm fucking jump shooting people.
Cool.
Huh. Oh. Huh. Huh. Oh, look at this long bridge. Surely nothing bad happens on this bridge.
Yeah,
no.
surely.
I don't
Since
even
we
use
had Toesies
TikTok. I
right.
just get all the best TikToks like aggregated to me on Twitter.
Hey,
I
I
don't
do.
have
I
TikTok
use
either.
TikTok. You should check out my latest TikTok. I worked very hard on it.
Nice plug. It is pretty funny.
Thank you.
I like it.
If you've heard of Mall Wizard, you'll love
Oh my
what I
gosh.
made.
Oh yeah, the little store guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's great.
Can't wait for the Spirit Halloween sexy mall wizard costume.
Oh, that probably went up like 2 minutes after that video.
There's some factory in
Please.
China that had like misproduced
Please.
a bunch of fucking wizard
That was-
costumes that they've been sitting on. They're like, now's their time.
That was like when there was that earthquake in New York like a couple months ago. Like within 10 minutes, people were selling like New York earthquake T-shirts.
Yeah, gotta respect the
It
hustle.
was so quick. Oh, which was the flashlight? L.
L.
Yeah.
L plus ratio plus no flashlight.
What kind of a toilet is this? This is not a
Yeah, why would you-
skibby.
Why would you clog it up? That might be a skibbity toilet. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows, to be honest.
Have we? We meant to search the area, but we still haven't found something that we're meant to.
What are we looking for?
There's a couple extra houses to the west.
I mean, we're trying to find who killed an
west.
influencer, right? So.
Is there? Oh.
Is there like a selfie?
Oh,
That's
oh,
a victimless
hello.
crime.
Ah! I heard something.
Gators.
Instead of-
It's a lizard man!
No,
Huh? It's just
Ow!
gators.
Oh my god! What happened to me?
I'm out of bullets.
I didn't
Gosh,
reload.
someone else.
Fucking
Well, the lizard
Christ.
man ran away.
Where's Sean?
I was being downed by a boy.
Oh,
A
is
scaly
that the
boy.
guy we're trying to find?
Maybe. What were you killing?
I wish it wouldn't
Gators.
close out the inventory. Inventory full. Oh shit.
Locate the influencers.
I might have to drop some stuff. Does anyone want some things?
what do you have?
Yeah, what you selling?
What you buying?
Come back when you get some money, buddy.
Just drinking beer.
Hell yeah.
Oh, what's in here? 9mm. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll
That's
take
trap.
the
I
bear
think.
trap. Sure. I'll take the cheese.
What do water bottles do?
Stamina. More stamina.
Stamina. Okay.
Okay. Why can't I run still? Oh, there we go. Okay, so what was this? Well, I was looking. Looks like this
We need
probably belongs to
to
the influence,
find
but
their
why was it left
bodies.
here? Yeah, we need to find dead people.
Assume
Jesus.
over here somewhere.
Someone get Haley Joel Osment on the phone.
What?
Who?
Who?
He's dead people. He's oh, spoiler alert. No wait, that's not a spoiler yet.
This is where
I
we
don't know.
started.
Is it?
Hmm.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Is it? No, because I looted some stuff from
No,
you.
it's a different toilet.
Yeah, not every toilet's the same. Oh. Lizardman went round here and
Don't we
ran
have a map?
east.
Oh, we have
There was a
no
lizard
connection.
man. Was he skateboarding?
Yeah, we don't have a map.
No. He kicked my ass, though.
I think we lost
was
some
pro-
of y'all.
I was promised skateboards.
I think we lost
Yeah,
y'all.
this is not the skateboard swamp.
We absolutely lost you.
Oh, I see Sean.
Oh wait, I
Yeah,
see
me
y'all.
and-
Okay, hold
I
on.
got you.
Here, wait. I'll put up
Oh,
a flare.
that's where you are. Right. That actually
see my
worked really
flare?
well. Yeah, I did see that.
Nice. Oh yeah, there you guys are.
I was confused because we were back where we like started. with the area.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's the Skyblood.
It's the 4th of July.
I think I've glitched my flare gun to have 3 ammo.
America.
There's like some rounds on the ground.
Yeah, there were...
Where art
Five
thou, bodies? We need to find
I'm
them.
gonna say... Lizardman went south and then east when he attacked me earlier.
Maybe that's where we need to go.
To progress the case, we need to find the dead people.
Yeah. I feel like going into this lake is not the right idea.
Because we were on the tracks, we arrived here, and there was a note on the ground that says, oh yeah, these influencers were definitely here, there's trash everywhere. And then it said, locate them.
Maybe we do need to cross the lake?
Um,
It does look like it's sort of
Oh.
leading us this way.
Hold on. Oh yeah, they've littered. Okay. So maybe it is this way.
oh,
Hi.
Okay,
What's behind
Going
us? What's running?
leading the charge.
That was
It's
a
a very
weird
shallow-
sound.
I
Very
just killed the
shallow
gator.
lake.
Where are you, Sean?
Over here, where I think you were originally.
Here, I'll shoot the
crossing
flare.
the
We're in the
lake.
lake.
Oh god, that's... Okay.
Are you coming?
I didn't think that was the way, but I'll head back.
I don't know if it is either, to be fair.
Yeah,
but-
there was a different
There
way,
is-
but we'll go this way.
Really nothing over here.
Legit?
There's a light over to the south, way in the south. I don't know.
Oh,
if
yeah,
maybe we
I
should
see
go
that.
there.
Yeah, why don't we get on
Oh, the
land?
lizard man's here. Oh, that's cute.
I think Sean is just completing this map for us.
We're totally gonna walk out of here with like 7 leeches on each of us.
Yeah, we'll come back in the third act and save the day.
Yeah, Sean's gonna get captured.
Yeah,
I didn't get any of those miniguns though, so I'm
I
I'm
have
gonna
them.
struggle. I think you're going back to spawn over that way.
No, surely not.
There's a lantern.
There's a decent chance we may be going back to spawn.
What?
We would fall victims to like anglerfish. Just follow a random light.
Yeah.
There's a house.
This lizard's 100% following me. Keep on
Try and
hearing
get to
him.
us. Here, I'll shoot up a flare gun.
Yeah, I'm here.
There's this stuff. Oh, we haven't been here before because there's stuff here.
This is the first location of the influencers we have been here!
Is it?
It's just a bunch of loot.
Oh. Well, damn.
Okay, let's try and make our way to Sean. Oh yeah, look,
Re-
here's the bridge.
The footbridge.
For Shapoopy.
Oh my gosh. Is she a hussy though?
That away.
So then where are the dead bodies then? How have
Hold on,
we...
fire.
I think we've got to go to the next location to find them. I don't think they're here.
Maybe did we go?
Because
Yeah,
this is
did
where
we
I
take
completed
this
the
way?
quest to say locate them. I think it's
Oh,
probably
look! There's a
just-
bridge all the way over there.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Maybe we
but
need to
there's
go to
a
that.
there's a through there it leads to it, I think.
We did it. We lost Kerm. Kerm? Oh no, you're back up. Okay.
I'm just running it slow because I'm out of stamina.
Let me eat some
Drink
coffee.
a canteen. Or drink something.
I need to go into my inventory.
Yeah, unfortunately. I wish that was better. Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Now these gators are chumps compared to the zombies.
Don't let them hear
on.
that.
What are they gonna do about it? Die?
They're literally just trying their best.
Oh!
Oh my
Lizard.
god!
There's a guy.
Lizard man!
Yeah.
He does not look like a lizard. He looks
Oh,
like gross rabbit man.
Sorry? Ah!
He's got like big ears.
no!
They're still.
Did I-
Oh my god!
That's
I've
how
just
big
been...
ears you have.
Where did I?
Woo!
Can we pick up the
Trying to
tracer
figure
before
out
we
where
die?
I found the bear trap. I couldn't find it. Put down the
Damn.
Gatling gun. Oh, is it gone?
No, it's okay. The way these typically work is that they'll come attack us and then run away and then regen some health and come attack
There's
us.
like a final area that will end up.
Yeah, we can't kill them until we've done the whole quest, basically.
Welcome to the Lost Church. Ooh, are we grave robbing? Hello.
Who
Oh,
built a
cutscenes.
church? Who built a graveyard in a swamp?
The guys who
The
live in the
Amazonians?
swamp.
Are you... Excuse me. Now wait just a second. You listen here.
Listening.
Shrek lives here and you're laughing?
I don't
You're
see any
laughing?
graveyards. I don't see any graveyards in Shrek's house.
There will be someday. And you're
Oh
laughing?
god. Wow. Pretty bleak outlook. I think Shrek is gonna live forever.
I don't want my Shrek to get old.
So we found the influencers. Why is it still like...
Did we? We haven't
Those-
found them.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
we
one.
really need to
Well,
do
to be
it.
fair, we don't know if he's an
This
influencer. He
must
could
be
just yeah.
one of the influencers. What could have done this? What?
Oh.
What could have
Where's
done
the other one?
this?
Oh, there's bloodstains this way. The other one must be.
We're assuming that he's an influencer just because of the tripod.
That's a 100%
Yeah, he could be shooting
correlation.
porn.
Oh.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
church.
you're so right. Where's the typewriter?
That's a different kind of character.
that movie, okay? He doesn't get that reference.
I know.
Oh yeah,
Such
yeah.
a goodie. It's a shame there aren't more people in the world that understand that reference.
Oh, there's a crate here.
A crate? No.
That's great.
Wow.
Great
wow.
crate.
Influencing you to send. Hey. Discovered
Oh
the
my
nest. The nest?
Oh, he's here.
Is this his
Lizard
home?
boy. Yeah.
You still haven't found all the influences yet.
I found one of them.
Ugh. I'm stuck on a log.
Oh god.
I'm drowning in inch-deep water.
Is he
I'm
like
trying to
running
him.
away?
Yeah, I
he
think so.
moving?
Looks like it.
so.
Yeah.
Then let's examine this nest, I guess.
Yeah.
There might be an influencer here. Who knows?
We're ever so lucky.
These
Bunch
poor
of buckshot.
influencers might be dead and you're laughing.
Yes.
I can't get over that. That was
Mine
so
No
funny.
value was lost.
Nobody of value was lost. Damn curve. That was like really
Savage.
good.
Any dead influencers over here?
Didn't see them.
No. Is it possible we missed the other one at the church?
Terrible loss to the pro boxing
Because this
scene.
This does feel like an end game.
I was gonna say this looks like a dead end. Maybe we need to go back to the church.
Yeah, how did we miss an influencer?
Well, there was a blood stain leading this way out of the church, so I thought maybe
Yeah.
he had dragged the other body here. But
That's what I thought.
So
Let's
we
see
need
it.
to, yeah, we need to find the other body.
cup of coffee and a heart bomber. Heart
Or maybe it's
bomber.
multiple, because you saw that other bridge if we went the opposite way.
Oh, you think?
Maybe.
Have to try, I suppose.
Unless there's some fresh influence around the back here.
How have we missed
Are
an
influences
influencer?
ever fresh?
Okay.
No.
Here's the blood trail. Happy New Year! Guys, practice fire safety, please. I'm just one.
And just a little fire safety.
As a treat.
It's a treat.
Oh yeah, the other person's body's right here. What are you guys talking about? I should
Yeah,
miss
the guy in the church. We already seen that guy.
But there's another body right here too.
Why can we not click on it though?
Oh, play audio. Did we do that?
Oh. Where
is it
is
playing? I
that?
can't hear anything.
Where is it?
It's right here. Oh.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So anything else we can click on?
I'm trying to click on it and it's not working.
Yeah, it's not playing the audio.
These are gonna just
Sean,
be there
come
with
in
you.
here.
Hold up. Coming!
Everyone get in here and try and click this, please.
Top priority. Click this.
I hope it's not bugged. No one clicked it before, right? When we were first here at the church.
No.
What happens if I read this dude first? And then go back over here?
Something else outside.
How have we fucked up?
Look, it might not be us.
There's a
Might just
decent
be the game.
chance.
We might have to chase this motherfucker down. Oh, there he is. Never
Oh.
mind.
Well, we can at least.
When you
scare him
talk
off
of the
here.
lizard man,
Bloody Mary.
Oh, fuck.
oh,
Oh, out of flares.
Hold on. Get down, Mr. President.
You can't have a machine gun. Oh, you are. Yeah, get a machine gun. Oh god, it's getting me. Fill them with lead, brothers.
Come, let it get away. Chase it.
I don't know if chasing is
Wow.
gonna
I
work.
can repack the turret. That's amazing.
Oh, that's handy. It's not a one-time use.
Get that motherfucker! Where is he? Where did he run?
That way. I can't ping him. That way.
He's gotta come back.
He's got it. It's the law.
The lore.
Trace him down. How
Need
did
to
we miss
search
an
every
influencer? It's so...
Outhouse, doghouse, henhouse, warehouse.
I mean, these must be both of the influencers. The audio might just be bugged.
You think?
I don't know.
Can we restart
go s-
maybe? Abort case?
I'm just gonna see if that other bridge goes anywhere, or if you've already been in it. There's nowhere.
Where is it?
It's just through this town.
No, but maybe they didn't actually,
Oh,
like,
if it
make it...
leads to like 2 houses and then a lake, we've already been there.
Oh, is he back? No, that's you. I feel like I heard a hiss.
Sean, is it this way?
It's the end of the map, right? It was just a scenery decoration. I think that we're a bit bugged.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Fuck!
were meant to go to the nest until we'd done that audio.
The good news is that now we know.
Oh, there he
We
is.
know exactly where to go, and it'll go.
Unless we can just take him out.
He's right there, he's
It's
right
got
there.
past it.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, get out of the way! Get down, Mr. President!
I don't even know where you go.
It's already going.
Fuck's sake! Ugh. Would somebody like to pick up that turret?
Can do.
If you would like it. Because I have the other one.
Has he reached a point where he isn't taking any more damage?
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that!
Yeah,
He just still.
No,
took
he's
someone
still
out,
taking
doesn't
damage.
but there's
There's
a
gonna
point,
be a point where he
the-
stops taking damage because once you get to the end of the game, like the thing,
the quest. Yeah,
it might be worth aborting the case and coming back.
'Cause that's what
trying
happened
again.
the first time. We kept trying to kill him, and then he just wouldn't die.
Yeah,
We
I
had to finish
remember
the
this
whole
now.
like exploration.
Was it this guy?
No, it was a
No, it's a
different,
different guy.
thing, but this is how we learned that we have to...
It was a similar structure.
Yeah. You've got to follow along the case.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's taking damage anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
right,
Let's
yeah,
let's
that's fine.
abort
Just restart.
case. And try it again.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah, it happens though.
Yeah, and we can go through it really fast now. We know exactly where to go.
Hopefully we didn't lose like our loadout.
Hmm.
Oh, that would suck. I would think probably not. I imagine that only happens if you all die.
There we are.
We did.
We lost it all?
Yeah, for aborting the case. We can still wait. It's okay because we can still get everything that we took with us except for the gas masks. Oh wait,
I
no,
don't
we
know
can,
if
we
those
can,
are
we,
relevant.
Action.
yeah, I don't think those are relevant either. So we still vibe. We still stay winning,
Okay.
and
So-
we just
Okay.
make sure we were on the right case.
Did we only bring 2 miniguns?
Yeah, we can only bring
Um.
2 miniguns because there's it won't let you take more.
Gotcha.
Okay, sick slay. We can just vibe. We can
Yeah.
go. We can do this.
Speedrun time.
Speedrun! Kubalaki, thank you so much for 105 months!
God damn.
So many months.
Damn.
That's like
That's-
more than 3 years.
It's way more than 3 years.
Hey, you're different
like-
colors
yeah,
this
no,
time.
I'm lost.
It's like 3 dog years.
What? Like... That's like 5 months.
What?
No, times it.
No, it's the other way. Dog years are like 4 human years.
What? I thought it was 7.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
well,
7
you know what I mean.
dog
You
years
know what I
in 1 human year.
Yeah. So like 3 dog years would be 21 years. Okay, it's not 21 years, but you get the point.
That would be less than half a year.
What? No, because dogs age faster,
If
so
someone else
7
wants to
dog
carry
years
a
is like
mini
21
turret.
human years.
I'll carry on.
I think you need to check the maths on it.
I think I'm right. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, I don't think
s-
that.
I'm second guessing myself now because of you, but I think that's right.
No,
Reload everything.
if one human year is 7 dog years, then 3
Then-
dog years is a little less than half a human year.
No.
I've spent 7 dog years trying to understand what the hell you're talking
Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
about. What?
I'm always right, dude.
Yeah.
How do I not have any ammo for anything except for hunting?
Yeah, I don't have any
rifle?
9mm. But
Oh,
9mm isn't really useful.
We can just find it. It's fine.
9mm's super useful. That was my go-to weapon, the pistol.
I don't think I picked up my shotgun. I'll be right back.
You can just see the minigun on my back.
Yeah.
Many years, exactly.
Packing.
Okay, so the car was over here. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your minigun, or are you just happy to see me?
It's my big gun if I had anything to say about it.
My big iron.
Big iron on his hip.
Okay, so we found the car. Kerm. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
hold
no,
on,
I was just
hold.
looking for buckshots. I don't have any ammo on anything.
It's okay, just come with us. We'll pick it up off alligators.
Okay, cool.
Y'all, stand still 1 second. We don't want to trigger anything and
Oh, what
accidentally
happened to
touch
my
it.
heart glasses? They went away. What happened?
Kerm.
Yeah, I'm coming. It's just a
Run
long walk.
faster!
Wouldn't it be cool if we shot our flares and they cross streams?
Oh my gosh. Wanna
Oh, did
try?
I equip
I'm
my
gonna aim at your
shotgun?
nose, okay?
I'm
You
doing it
aim at
too.
my nose.
Yep.
On 3.
1, 2, 3.
There you are, come on.
Oh!
Oh my god, did they actually
That was
collide?
That was perfectly
yeah,
in
we shot
sync.
each other down.
Did
and
you
we
see that?
perfectly in sync.
Yes,
that was
I
great.
did.
That was so good.
Oh,
No, don't run. I have no stamina. I just ran here.
Okay, just jog then, everyone. A nice
Firmly
Backwards
ginger.
jog.
There's some
Escort mission.
alligators.
It's a much better day than the other day. It's all fog and stuff.
Oh my god.
I actually.
ow, they hurt. They really hurt.
9mm. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, someone ate all the buckshots. Okay, that's fine.
As long as somebody has ammo, we'll be okay.
I'm Flare Boy. I have nothing else.
I need to.
Okay, I've 21 9mm.
Where's my weapon?
Ammo? Buckshots 15. Cool.
Go ahead, just take those.
Oh,
yeah.
they're my heart sunglasses. I put it-
Okay, cool. Yeah, a bit of ammo now.
We're doing it. Why is the music still?
It's intense.
Yeah,
For me, it's fine.
for me it's
Cheese.
Oh.
the first filming location. Wow.
Oh. Put your lights on.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, and then we went through here and we follow out the back.
Yeah.
Gators! Gators on your 12.
Did you crawl out through the fallout?
When I hit
We
that.
found
Is it
some
bonk?
gators.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, Jesus. Man down!
Brother.
Man down!
I look
Brother.
like I just took the fattest mushrooms ever. I
Another
totally
influencer
passed out
falls.
before.
Beautiful bit of cheese growing.
Oh, Sean, you're floating on my screen. Doing a little bit
Slay.
of levitation.
We do a little bit of levitation.
Bit of magic for the lads.
Bit of magic. What would Green Mall Wizard do?
You pick up this beer. It's bullshit.
Isn't he Polish as well? I think I
He
found out the
is.
other day. Yeah.
Does that make him more likely to be a wizard?
No, it just means that you can yell out Polska Grom.
Oh,
have to.
gotcha.
mall wizard appears on my screen. I shout Polska
Yeah, you
Grom
just
to
say
encourage
Polska
him.
Grom 3 times in the mirror.
And Mall
So
Wizard will
many.
appear.
The final boss.
I love the way Kerm is just barefoot.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I got my dogs out.
okay, so where do we go? Awooga. Where do we go
This
from?
way.
Did you say Awooga?
Oh wait, search the area. Wait, there was. I remember there
Oh,
being
we
a
gotta
pile.
find
It was the. It was the. Isn't
Tripod,
this the?
right?
Oh yeah, the
There
two
was a
hooks down the bottom.
pile.
West.
In the middle.
Oh yeah, over there. There it is. See if you do it. Whoa, what's that
Yeah,
Oh,
sound?
this is
Sure, guy.
the lizard
It's
man
the guy.
appears for the first time.
It's the guy.
Woo!
It's the man.
The man's here.
I have no ammo.
Mayday, mate. Oh, and he's got company.
Got backup.
It's got a
Got a
posse.
Yeah,
What the
jeez.
fuck?
Oh,
Oh, he just bitch slapped.
oh.
Dude, he didn't even stop. He was walking towards me. He just checked you with his left arm and kept walking.
That was
fuck
so
out of my way.
funny.
I'm out of ammo.
Bring over to me.
Is he running away?
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn, I just put the turret down.
Pack it back up.
Alright.
We're heading
Uh,
Okay, I
Let's
think
see.
it was in one of these huts. There was a message on a bed, and that triggered.
I
the
looked at
next
the thing.
area.
No, we already did. We'll locate the influencers.
oh, we just need to go to the church, okay.
Yeah, we
Ah.
need to go to the church, which I think was back this way. Eastish?
Yeah, I think it was east.
So,
for
is the
everyone.
final boss zone gonna be the half pipe? Is that why it's called the skateboard swamp?
Henna, thank you for gifting us up to Nightjar. How goes the monster clapping? We got clapped by a bug. Okay, where's Sean? Hold on,
I'm
where's
here.
Sean? We don't wanna screw this up, so we go together. Okay. Gators!
I hardly knew her.
Where's the other one? Oh, there he is.
What?
Walked out. Any behind us? Nope.
We found the church. Okay.
Y'all need Jesus.
Jesus in our swamp? By God.
Hell no.
Hell no. We only do gay porn in this church.
This influencer died for our clout.
When are your sermons?
Okay, here we go.
No, it's still not working.
Yeah, no, this is not. This is not a very good game.
The level might just be bugs.
Maybe there's just something else that I don't know what we would be
Is
missing.
there something
though.
else
Can
that we
we
could be missing?
Google it?
Well, yeah, what's the name of this level?
I'm sure there are so many
Skate-
resources for this game.
A day
Skateboard
out
swamp.
Scape. Lizard Man Scape or Swamp.
guide.
I'm having a look around all the graves, make sure we're not missing out.
Well, we found one of the influencers, surely.
I am not. Google's struggling to figure out what I mean. Not a good
Oh,
sign.
you mean there's not like a
Well,
vast library of resources
Make
for
sure
this
you're not
game
searching it
online?
in- well, make sure you're not searching it in Russian.
I am not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
make
yeah,
sure you're
okay.
on Google.
It's
I am on my
Try-
English
try and
keyboard.
Bing it. Bing it.
I'm not gonna fucking bing it.
Oh,
Skateboard
fuck.
Swamp Guide. How to
If
beat
you
Green
close the
Monster
door
of the
to this-
Swamp Boss.
No,
No.
the swamp
Cl-
boss is
Close the
something
door.
else.
Wait, it's not
Close the door.
Skateboard Swamp. It's Scape or Swamp.
Yeah.
What?
Scape
That's
or
Yeah,
me,
there's
man.
no skateboards.
Yeah, I was wondering when they would come in.
Okay, so they're at here. Wait, this is like a
You're looking at the right thing.
head to the last filming spot. Head
What
inside the church.
the heck?
Oh, I think we skipped a
Mike-
bunch of stuff. Okay, hold
He
on.
can't come in. Oh, he can come in.
Ah!
He's in.
Continue your search.
Dude.
Where?
These doors!
Head to the last.
Sean!
spot.
I'm coming back.
Okay, locate the influencers. Where do they go?
Oh.
Oh, there's a hidden container we missed. Okay, there's somewhere else that we missed.
Okay.
Where do they go? Okay, we need to go back to that camp.
Okay, lead us there.
Yeah, their
How long
video
though
is
is it,
very
man?
dark.
Thank you.
Where are you guys? Oh, you're not at the church anymore. Where'd you go?
Where was the camp?
Like the camp right before this church.
Right before the church. Okay, we missed something.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is a lot longer than we thought it was.
Is it a piece of paper on the dock?
I don't know. No, they went to
I read
some.
that.
There's a hidden container that they went to. I need to look at the video again to see where exactly they went. once
Oh
we
my
get
gosh,
here.
he's watching a video. Mad lad. Look at this
Yeah.
dedication.
IGN, baby.
It's not IG. It is like 240p.
Oh, lovely.
Slay.
Oh, this game came out like 3 days ago.
I don't know. It's not actually 240p, but okay. So they
Oh,
were
this.
here,
Oh, wow.
and they
Why was it left here?
went across a bridge and took a left. So it looks like they went across. No, that's not right. Where's the bridge they went across?
Maybe there is something back here.
Is it back?
Do you think?
Oh, okay. It looks like they went back the way they came. So this way, and then yeah, this way.
Oh god, he's here.
Let's kill him really quick.
Don't you dare bitch slap me. How dare you? Why did I just... Who just screamed? Was that me? Was that my character?
No, I think that was it.
Was it a very high-pitched scream?
Yeah.
Sean, where are you at?
I'm on the other side of the river.
Come over to us, and then they went to the left here. And there's a hidden place, apparently. Oh, what is that doing? Yep.
Oh! Oh!
I'm coming. Cross streams with me again.
Hold on. How do I...
Oh, that's
an
done it.
influencer's challenge. Continue
There we
your
go.
search. Yes! We were just stupid.
But then who are the other two guys in the church?
I think we might get there
Unrelated.
later. Sure,
Find a way to
play.
get into the door.
Where did you go?
Oh, I was
see
following
where
you.
the
I thought
line
you
leads.
knew where
Hold
they
on.
were.
Follow
Oh, I'm
this
not gonna-
line.
Hold on, I'll reload.
Need another one.
Do you see it?
Oh, that way. Yeah, I see what's coming from.
Jesus.
Did you go through the lake?
No, it's... Hold on.
Ugh.
Do you see that?
Yeah, you shot at us.
Oh shit, sorry.
Okay, I think we need to go around this side.
I must have dropped my flare gun.
If you just press the button again, it'll re-equip it. Sometimes that happens to me too. And there's a power line. Yeah, power line here. Ha! Generator.
Slay.
What?
Now we go back around.
We're doing it.
Oh, I don't even know where you went. Oh, God. Somebody's very angry.
Oh, another one.
Past you.
Oh, I need to reload. Jesus.
Oh, me too.
No, just stay near
Oh
the
my God, I
container.
did. No, I went straight past this container. I didn't even see it.
There's another one coming. Oh, he's here, he's here!
Container's Open.
Where is he? Oh, there he is! Ah!
Oh, there's a bunker we need to
Help.
enter. What the heck?
Turn
I'm trying to
around!
help.
Yep.
Oh,
what is
why is
happening?
everything piss yellow?
What is happening?
Did he
Why was
piss
my
on me?
screen
Everyone did
covered in
well.
Mountain
Oh, Big
Dew?
Barracks! It's nice to have you here, homie. Welcome back. That's That is a lot of
Whoa,
damage.
Kerm did some. Oh, I forgot. How do we?
I was shot by the turret.
Why is this happening?
I've been friendly fired.
I got you. Reviving, I'm
Or it just
reviving!
didn't fucking work.
Thank you.
Can I pick this up? Repack turret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think only Mousie can do it? I can't do it.
Oh, I think it's whoever put it down. There we go.
Oh my god, look, there is a bunker.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Yeah,
bunch
it
of
just
buckshot.
took me back up.
Heck yeah.
Make sure you pick up your buckshot. Get your buckshot. Wow.
Buckshots. Come get your buckshots.
We really were stupid.
Backpacks.
This guy gets it.
Ew. The
New
toilet.
shoes.
Oh, yo.
Haircut.
Haircut.
Ooh.
That
Back to
video is
school.
legendary, Kerr.
It is. It's pretty good. Stun grenades.
What's happening?
Nuts.
So, possibly a stupid question. What does cash do? Oh, assault rifle!
That's how we. Uranium cola. Legally distinct uranium cola.
Did you guys pick up the 5.56 ammo? I have an assault rifle.
Yeah, I'll drop it all for you.
I've been leaving it.
The what ammo?
Here, I have 41. 5.56.
Oh, 5.56. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Dropped it right here, Kern.
What did we start with assault rifles or was it?
No, I just found one.
Okay, then you can have all of that. Cheers.
So I want my my hunting rifle ammo. I can put that down.
Search.
Need some 9mm. Where are you going, neighbor?
Did we search
Oh,
everything?
got some.
I don't have a lot of 9mm, but I do have 91.
There's also
7.62.
60 rounds of 5.56 here for you in this chest at the back.
Well, you sort that out. Let me look at this video.
Curtain behind you in the corner.
Yeah, I'm just trying to drop. It says choose a mount, but I don't know how to confirm.
Just press the same thing again. Same button to drop.
I'm looking around. I only saw those 2 books.
Where did you see the?
There
Oh,
was
here.
one book here, and then there was one book.
Oh, they did leave after the bunker.
There's stuff on the floor, by the way. Some rounds.
Yeah, I just left.
And
I left
they,
all my hunting rifle ammo.
Where did they go to?
Hold on.
They go
I'll-
to church.
I'll take it all. Maybe this is where we need to go and play the audio tape.
Oh, maybe this might.
Because it says we're running low on leads, so maybe that tells us something.
Mine just says continue search.
Oh yeah, but running
Somehow
low on leads
they're
above that.
on. The people in this video are on head to the
Oh,
left.
he's here. Go
building
back.
Spot.
Oh, he's turned his back. Hello?
I'm yellow again. No,
Not yellow.
this is the piss.
Not the piss.
Oh.
Herm, no. Do you think he's like pissing on us?
Oh
I
no.
mean, we don't know what they're filming out here. Maybe this is one of those golden shower scenes.
Oh, sorry, Sean.
So,
Is
wait, where's Petrox?
fucking
Stop,
murked
stop,
you.
stop.
I'm still in the bunker, so I'm looking at the video.
Yeah, no, take your time. We want to make sure we get this one
Uh,
right.
It looks like we just have to leave the bunker, and
Yeah.
we need to head to the church.
Amen.
They didn't do anything in the bunker that updated the
I
mission.
mean,
We've
going there
looked
said
at stuff in
continue your
between, haven't we?
Yeah. It did say.
you guys already
continue
there?
your search. We're going. We're going
Yeah,
now.
try that.
I'm gonna take this.
For them, it looks like it's sort of
Wizard
just
off.
updated, and it gave them a new task to head to the last filming location, which is the church.
Huh.
You guys know where the church is, because I've lost all sense of direction.
Say-
If
Okay,
you guys
cool.
get there and don't trigger anything, I'll stay back here and look around.
Oh wait.
nice.
Yay!
Yeah, alright, I'm coming.
Yeah, we need to split up, gang, and look for clues.
Oh
Like,
no, it'll be so hard.
Excuse me?
just realized.
I'm gonna.
It's
Are
gonna
you
go
sure
to
this
the
is the right
fridge for
church for that?
impossibly tall sandwich.
Hey, search the church. Oh my gosh. Hey, okay, let's see if it plays now.
Wait, I want to be there for that.
Oh, wait, me too. I'm almost there.
Alright, I'm recording.
Hey, it's
We're back with
working!
another behind
No,
the scenes
I'm
look
missing
at our
the
upcoming
lore.
Get in here, hurry.
video that we,
I'm
just
heading
began
to
dropping
Jesus.
later this week. So make
They're
sure
just
to
doing
keep
the
an
intro
eye.
now.
Is that one of you guys?
Is that one
Oh,
of
it
you
is.
guys?
Fucking
stop
bright
by.
is what it is. Holy crap.
Oh, he's here now.
Oh, he's here.
What is that?
Close the
thing?
doors. Close the doors.
Put the minigun down. It's what Jesus would have wanted.
Oh, he's in.
Why is he still on me? Why is he just eating my cheeks? What the fuck?
Close the door. He's in there with you.
Oh, he's invulnerable now. Okay.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
invulnerable.
I'm gonna take one for the team.
Why isn't he leaving?
Don't hit me.
Because I closed the door. He's just in there with you.
Please just
Wait, no, open the door so we can leave,
We need
please.
him to leave so we can go to the nest.
Everyone head outside. Maybe
Alright, I think he's
his
done now.
AI is
I think he's
bugged.
done. I think the AI is leaving
Okay,
now.
good.
Okay, pack that sucker up. Let's do this.
Alright. Now
gotta
we
eat some
head to
burgers.
the mushroom spot, or whatever it was.
It was back behind the church, this way.
Yeah.
Now we can follow the blood. Ah, perfect. We've done it.
We're doing it!
We done it.
Yay.
Ooh.
Power,
We're gonna
friendship,
give us a gator
and YouTube.
man. Does the lizard man look like a death claw with a gremlin head? I mean...
Actually, yeah, kind of. You know, I'm something of a lizard man myself.
Oh, you're a monster fucker. Fair enough.
Huh?
That's
Did you
not
get
real.
that- Did you not get that reference, Mousie?
I don't know. Based on what I see on the internet, I'm pretty sure there are people that
It's Willem Dafoe. It's the Green Goblin.
would fuck monsters.
People don't see like a slimy and spiky ghoul and be like, yeah, I want to climb that.
There
I
are
mean,
definitely people who see a green
did you not see
slimy
that?
monster.
Did you not see that bookstore picture I sent a few days ago about the "Hear Me Out" section of the
my God.
bookstore?
Okay,
Adults like
set up
making
your
slime too.
turrets. Where are you setting up your turret? I can
I'm
set
gonna
mine up
place
here.
it. Yeah, I'll place it like.
Wait,
the
talk
opposite.
to the influencer. Huh?
Sorry?
No, I don't want to talk to the influencer.
Hello?
You gotta help me. I know it sounds crazy, but Lizard Man attacked us and he killed all my friends and dragged me here. I think
Oh wait,
my leg is broken too, so please,
he in
you
this
gotta
tree?
send somebody before the sickness back and kill us all.
How do we get in?
This might be it. It's home.
open up.
Oh, I found
Oh, he's here,
the-
he's here.
Oh, turrets.
Woo! Gator.
Oh, there's also.
We got him.
Hey! I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it! Hey!
I really
And
hope
that's
that
how
we'll
you
just leave
capture
that
the lizard
influencer
man.
there.
Ah,
Who
look
played
at all
the
that
TikTok
money!
thing?
Yeah, wait, what happened? Oh, the influencer, the influencer! God damn it!
Was that in the game?
Yes!
No.
Are you sure? That seems like a Kerm thing to do.
No!
Wait, what is it?
Sean, is that your soundboard?
I have everything saved.
Oh my gosh.
I'm an influencer.
Oh my god. Let's go look at our
I
lizard man.
I missed whatever that was. What did it say?
It's a
Totally.
TikTok ending
It's the
sound.
TikTok sound, the TikTok ending sound.
Hmm.
That's so funny.
No, there's guns and stuff out here. Can we bring that back in?
Look at the
Where
money.
is our lizard man? Ah, there he is! Oh, they gave him
Oh,
a
you-
little enrichment. Oh, God.
Enrichment?
Yeah, look at his face. It's so
Hmm.
funny.
It was like those like shark enclosures where they have to put down fiber optic cable for them to eat. Oh, that guy.
What?
Oh, he looks even bigger in here.
I think it's the glass. It's It's
growing.
like it's like convex, so it looks like he's bigger, but it's his optics.
I mean, whatever you want to tell yourself, Kerm. Is that how you,
Yeah, they appear bigger in the rear view mirror.
Okay.
That's what I keep on telling myself.
I was just gonna say that, Sean. Oh my gosh.
I just need everybody on Earth to wear some concave glasses when looking at me.
Yeah, Okay, we have
Just walk out. Everyone goes,
Swampy
damn.
Crash, Dead Estate, Missing Twins, Tropical Getaway. Do we want to go to the Dead Estate?
Yeah,
40k.
that's
Oh, yeah.
huge. Miniguns galore.
Oh, we can still only take 2 miniguns.
We can fight some ghosts. Hey, we're both on.
What about ground sensors?
What are you wearing cowboy boots for? Take those off.
What do you mean?
Get your
Oh,
dogs out
that's
like
what
me.
I'm missing.
They protect me dogs.
I'll take
Any
some
company.
tactical decoys.
Your dogs need freeing.
I don't need no freeing.
There's
Feet
nothing
are
freer
gross.
than a
I don't need to see
turtleneck
feet.
sweater and like swimming shorts and just bad dogs.
I'm Woody.
Cover up every part of, or uncover every part of the body except the feet.
What am I looking at here?
Looks like a little graveyard.
No, this turtleneck sweater, it's not because he's body conscious, it's just because he doesn't want to get sunburned, you know?
Sun kills.
I'm
Gamer
tempted to put on
moment.
leather pants.
Do
Are
it.
you gonna join Sean?
See
in
what
the
else-
pants?
Oh no.
See what else jiggles?
can't see what else
finish
jiggles.
the sentence, Sean.
Leather pants.
Me, I'm
Oh my
On the
god.
scene.
Oh my
on the scene
god.
investigating.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Mama.
Tight.
You know what it is?
These
It's the
look
belt.
like
Shiny and
Latex.
chrome.
The
Yeah.
belt is what sells it.
Mm.
That's the
Stood
I'm
it-
gonna break you in half belt.
Is anything jiggling?
Wait.
I don't think there would be room for anything too jiggly.
Try
though.
moving back and forth, like side to side. No.
No.
Okay.
Just
Wow,
the
they
top
make
off.
the tits jiggle, but they won't give
Come
you
on,
some
devs.
ass.
Where's
Can't
the
throw
next
it back.
update?
Come on now.
Give me the ass physics.
I feel like there's something in that graveyard. Like, look closely.
It's probably the monster.
Good, it's a good guess.
Oh yeah, it sort of zooms in, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's probably the monster.
I want to see some ass.
Alright.
You ready,
Big,
everyone?
big salute
Yeah.
to Wanty for their YouTube video.
Thank you, Wanty.
Can we get this guy to 1 million subs?
How many is he at right now? How close are we?
477.
I think we're
By
gonna be
tomorrow,
a
then.
while.
I'm a proud contributor of
only
the
100
70s.
There's only 162 people here, so
What if all 162 people go tell
Yeah. it's a
1,000
pyramid
friends.
scheme. Subscribe
no
to pyramid.
10,000
Do you have
friends?
friends,
each-
chat?
all of you.
go tell your friends right now.
Go tell your 10,000 nearest friends.
Why is this the house from Knives Out?
What?
It's the Thromby house.
Oh, I don't need 556, do I?
Everyone, make sure you get your some of the stuff from the, you know, just grab the traps and things. I got some night vision goggles for a few. Oh my gosh, these actually work.
Oh, yeah,
Jesus
me too.
Fuck. Oh my god, how do I?
Is the
Oh.
light blinding?
Yes, it's blinding as fuck.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
I'm blinded by the light.
Oh god, these are awful. Please take them off, please, please. How do I take them off?
saw the light, and I opened
Oh, that
up
looks
my
extremely
eyes
bright.
and
Oh my god.
Please make it stop.
There's 2 tactical decoys still in there, so.
Oh my god, that was so bright.
Oh, oh,
Ooh, for sale.
oh. No way. I still have
Oh.
my assault rifle.
I have
Wait,
my silenced
what?
pistol.
Ooh, nice. Oh, that must be a unique weapon that you can keep. I got a silenced pistol when we played before, but
Yeah.
I don't know where it went.
My
And that was a
character's
unique
reset
weapon
between
too.
then, so I don't have mine anymore. Either.
It may be because I accidentally deleted my character this morning.
I
It
didn't
was
do
just
that.
still in my F menu.
I need some ammo.
Hello, anybody home?
Right, how do I
There's
put
still
on
some
my
762.
It needs power to open.
Get over here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put on the night vision goggles.
Oh, you don't want to. You don't want to.
Oh, I don't want to.
Trust me. Trust me. It's hell.
Flashlights out. Whip them out.
I want to see some mouse.
Yes,
Excuse
please.
me? Can you get in? No.
No, that's busted.
Oh, I found the power.
Access the estate.
Damn
Let's
it.
go. Everyone. Look at us all wearing leather pants. Mine are so much shinier than yours. I think I'm wearing latex.
I'm wearing swim trunks.
I'm wearing jorts. Perfect for this weather. Get prepared.
Yeah,
Close the door.
I've got like party on the top.
Is this a
No,
McMansion?
business on the top, party on the bottom.
Sorry.
Body on Kim's bottom? What?
There's a
Ah.
there's
it's
a
these
thing.
bastards again.
No!
Yeah.
Please, no!
I don't
I need
have
help.
any
I need help.
ammo.
Stumpy,
They will spawn right next to you. Not Dr. Miller.
Oh no, not another dead man.
Is this Dr. Miller's cousin, like Dr. Filler?
Are we
I
about
think
to
that's
get
how surnames
shrinked?
work.
I'll take them beer
Oh no,
bottles.
not a crib. We need to stop these things before it escapes. Oh,
Why can I
no.
not? Hello?
Click on things?
Why is there an invisible wall here? What's with that?
I don't know.
Can you get through here, Kurt?
Probably because they don't want us going there.
Just make an actual wall.
What?
No, but you see, they didn't make this map, okay? They got it off an asset store and they didn't need that corridor.
Oh, there's loads of blood over here. What the? What happened here?
Now that you mention it, this map does look familiar. Is this shit out of Toontown? Old reference. Glad two people.
I mean-
glad two people got it.
You do realize that that thing blocking the corridor, you could move it.
What? I didn't get a prompt.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Jesus
this is
fuck.
why.
That's fun.
Why is he
this is
so
why
much
he's
taller?
horrible.
He's so tall!
What the fuck?
Vertical hybrid.
Yeah, he's definitely vertical.
That's fucked up.
Slenderman's
Accurate
changed
name.
his appearance.
What is this, the
Grief.
Netherlands?
No keys. Office keys.
There are lots of tall
Oh,
people.
toilet paper! Oh no, that's bandages, never mind.
Oh,
What the hell was that?
never mind. It's just something stupid like bandages.
You wanna heal? You wanna heal?
Yeah, I don't know.
At a time
I want to
like
wipe
this?
my ass.
Oh, behind us.
And you're laughing?
Yeah.
A zombie is eating my ass, and you're laughing.
Is that not what you want? Child! There's a child!
Did we not find the office already? Is this not the office?
God damn it.
I don't know.
Take that bandage.
It might be downstairs. Maybe? Did we completely search downstairs?
I have the office keys.
There were locked key. Yeah, there were locked doors. Try some of the doors.
Oh.
Oh, I'm out of
okay.
ammo. I'm out of ammo there too.
Locked door. Oh, I found the door downstairs.
Nice.
Some chests are not chests.
Yep.
Wise words. You're so right.
Breach code.
They should put that on the loading screen.
That's why they make the barrels, the explosive barrels red. Oh Lord, he's coming.
Jesus?
Yeah.
That's the
Second
mother
coming.
load for 556. Yeah.
Use the
Okay.
switch. Where is the switch?
Oh, it'll be under the desk probably somewhere.
I checked there though.
Oh, the lever crown. There's a thingy under here.
Hold on,
Great.
just do a 180 right there behind the desk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. Wow.
And Sean's really holding
Sean,
this
I've
all
opened my
together.
eyes today.
Smart. I hear something gargling.
It's Dr. Filler.
Baby, shoot it!
Shoot the child.
Kill the newborn.
Oh my gosh.
Hello? It's just hanging out.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
Inventory
The one I'm
full.
putting
Grow
chemicals
up.
in the water that turned the freaking frogs gay.
That's
1776 will commence again.
That will forever be so funny to me. Inventory full. Grow up.
I have
What?
never had that problem. I think
Yeah.
your character is just
I think
weak.
you're just a hoarder. Oh, okay. I took a different approach.
Yeah, before Mouse has got 500 rounds of ammo.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Always packing heat.
Oh, it's packing.
I still can't walk. Can somebody come help me?
Do you
We'll
need
get the
someone to
wheelchair
carry
in 1
you?
second.
I have-
Wheel you around.
I'm dropping like ammo if you need it.
Oh,
If you care.
Cross?
I'm not. If you even care.
If you even care.
I found a cross that I can interact with, but
Why can I? What's going on?
How many
I think-
backpack? So it's your backpack slots. You need to drop an item of something
Ugh.
entirely.
Well, you know what it is? It's the skin tight. leather
Oh yeah, you
pants.
have 25
Tightened
backpacks.
up in the water.
Hey, okay,
Can't
I'm
move
free.
anymore.
You could drop your night vision goggles, I guess.
True, they are fucking useless. Find all 4 crosses.
Oh yeah, I already found one of
Oh, Nelly.
them. They're in the little. Ooh.
Oh, there's a tall guy.
Maybe we should put a turret down. Consider.
Little catacomb.
What? No,
Okay, how do I put him down?
Someone put a turret down, please.
I don't know how to put it down.
Just click on it. Just
lying
click on
in
it in your
the grass.
inventory.
I'm being
Please.
chased. I'm being
Oh,
chased.
mommy.
Somebody cover me then, please. No! Fuck! It's gonna have to be someone else then.
I'm being
Go.
chased.
I
Figure
got
it
the
out.
party on me.
Figure it out, Kerm.
Kerm, we need you to figure it out.
I can't get in my inventory. Okay.
Sean, the party's coming to
We
you.
need
Be
to
careful.
drop it in here.
Yeah. I just need to put it in my my favorites thing. Where is it in my inventory?
Oh my god. Oh, that's bad.
Minigun auto turret F. Put it on 5.
Oh my god, there are so many dudes on Sean.
Okay, Kerm's putting it down. He's gonna put it down. Kerm, put it down.
Oh
put
my
it down.
god.
It is down.
I need to get a screenshot
Yeah,
of
but
that.
you're getting chased. Kerm!
Oh my god. Did we all die?
Yeah.
I thought Fred was gonna deal with it.
You needed to drop it inside, not in the gate.
Yeah, Sean. That looks so funny.
Oh my god.
I'm
They
gonna
were
turn on
just-
my instant replay now just for that sort of crap in
You were
future.
just beating your ass while you were on the floor.
I got hit down 4 times or something.
You literally got stun locked. You couldn't get up.
That's what happened to me. There were so many of them.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we need to pack more heat.
It was a zombie kake.
Oh
Jesus
god.
Christ.
You know, some people are into that.
Hey, there are a
You
lot
got
of
it for
monster
free.
fuckers.
Why is
Yeah,
the
you got it for
witch's
free, you
hat
should be
so
thankful.
big? How do I take that off?
Oh, I
Wait,
can
what
buy
is-
stuff.
Be careful.
Oh, we can. I can upgrade the
Oh.
area.
That's cool.
Now we have couches.
Can we sit down on them?
No.
Oh.
It was good while it lasted. I mean, yeah, you could crouch.
Sure.
The jiggle physics are sending me. Why am I not wearing a bra? I mean, you know what? I support it. I support it.
I mean, why would you wear
Free the titties.
Free the nip.
Scooby-Doo with guns is a very... I like that. Yes, this is basically Scooby-Doo with guns.
You can dress up as Shaggy. They've got Shaggy clothes.
Hold on, shall I see if I'll see if I can.
Yeah, there's a green shirt and there's brown pants. And you can get the hair pretty close.
Give me a quick second. I'm gonna run to the restroom again, just because, you know, tiny bladder problems. I've been hydrating a little too hard.
Get it.
Fuck your ground.
Black. No. That'll do.
You look nothing like Shaggy.
I've only just done the shirt. Give me a second.
I don't even see the shirt.
Yeah, he looks nothing like him. He's a
not
fraud.
done it yet.
Oh, where's my... Does my silence pistol...
I bet you're not even the real Sean Bean.
Oh my god.
Whoa, let's not say things we don't
That's just too far.
I take it back about the real Sean Bean.
need. What? Was this here before? Ow.
Suck it.
L plus ratio plus no gun.
Oh, your head is like all blood. Oh. Oh, he's shooting me and all my blood is coming out.
I didn't think this would happen. Thought you'd just come back to life.
I'm trying to change my hair and now all I see
Oh,
is
can you
red.
see that?
No.
Pretty funny.
Wait, does it show up in your menu?
Yeah, I can't see anything. Oh my god, there's no brown hair. Oh, that sucks. I suppose ginger? There's not really another option. Or dirty blonde, maybe? Or hippie. Oh, perfect. It's almost there, but it's not quite.
Sorry about that. I had to wait for it to not be occupied.
How'd I do?
Hold on. Sorry, I just tapped out.
Why are you- what?
That looks pretty good. You look like Shaggy in the Aliens
the
movie.
Alien movie,
Yeah.
yes! Groovy! Oh, and he falls in love as well.
Yeah,
and
so beautiful.
Yeah, that one's
And they
so
dream of
sad.
having little Scooby babies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Scoob, I think I'm in love.
That's actually a really good impression.
Like, thanks, man.
Shaggy ordered on Wish.
Oh.
We have Shaggy at home. Hey, Mousie.
Yeah.
Mousie, so here, come down here. So I know that you're not wearing a bra, and I know that you've got those skin-tight leather pants, so I thought I would
Redonkulous.
add to the.
Those are the facts. Yeah.
I thought I'd add to the ensemble. Here's a water balloon.
It's not changing
Wait,
anything.
she's bleeding?
Why is it making you bleed?
Oh god.
Are you taking? Oh, it does do 1 damage. Wow.
How you do
I
that?
can't believe they didn't add a wet animation.
pick
to
them
this
up.
game.
Well, the nipples
They-
are already showing through.
Yeah, but what's the point if like I'm
Yeah.
wearing a white shirt and then it gets soaked and then you can't see my rock hard abs?
Alright, I'm starting the case.
Yeah. Anyway.
No
My-
case selected. Fuck off.
My turtleneck sweater is getting waterlogged. It's so heavy.
Alright. This time, someone who's more capable with the turret, pick up the turret.
I'll get one.
I'll get the other one.
I'll race to it.
What? We're trying to survive, Kerm.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, it's my insurance policy. You just picked up a unique item.
Oh yeah.
Please let me still get my... Where is it? Where'd it go?
Nothing is in any of these crates.
But I definitely put it on the thing. I picked up the Resurrection Stone tactical decoy. Huh? Oh no.
About that.
We might have to actually be careful.
Well,
Wait,
we're
what
gonna have to
happened?
play this game well.
Yeah. we're
Oh,
gonna have
we
to
forgot the minigun?
I put them on the loadout. I don't understand why they're not here.
Well,
Everyone check your
just have to-
inventory just in case.
getting good required.
Yeah, don't go on.
All I have is the 3 resurrection stones. Keep this in your inventory to
I
revive yourself. Single use
don't
only.
have
Wait,
anything.
what?
Oh. Is that okay?
Hold on, let me
Like,
drop
is it
one.
Is it an auto revive type of thing?
Yeah, maybe when you die you just come back up.
Why did that
Heck
not work
yeah.
then before? Because I've always had these. There's one on the floor somewhere.
I got one.
Okay, and then where is the other? I have another one. There we go. I have tactical decoys. Man, that sucks.
There we
How
go.
did we lose our things?
The resurrection stone in the menu has a very good looking item.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
In my own 2 eyes.
Oh, did we have bear traps and stuff still?
No. That's really. Did someone else pick up the other resurrection stone?
Yeah,
They just
picked it up.
yeah, good. That's really
We took all the ammo.
frustrating. I'm so frustrated. Maybe when I put on the case.
Somehow it like refreshed the inventory.
But that's so weird because it
maybe.
still had, I still put the, there was tactical decoys and things on the list, so why did it, and the Resurrection Stone.
Did you guys knock on the door yet?
Oh,
you
hold
knocked
on.
on the door. There we
There
go.
we go. Okay, we're in.
We need to execute the right order of if-then statements.
Investigate the sound. Oh no!
You said execute something?
Help!
I'm coming.
Yes, please.
Why can't I open this chest?
Use your hands.
Oh, it's the chest that Kurt
Yeah,
was
have you
talking
tried
about.
using your hands?
Look, now I know to move this shelf, because it was impossible to get past it otherwise.
It was impossible. It
It's
couldn't
an
be done.
insurmountable barrier.
We definitely don't have legs. I don't know what you're talking about.
Speak for yourself.
Jesus.
Nothing is impossible. It's Kim possible.
my
Kim
gosh.
Possible. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. If you want to page me, it's okay wherever you need me, baby. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Call me, beat me if you
He's
want
got a
to reach
pager?
me. Doesn't matter where,
She
doesn't matter
work at a
when.
hospital?
Damn, you know
I
the
will
You
whole
be
nurse?
there for you till the very end. In danger or trouble, I'm there on the double. You know that you always can call Kim Possible. Call me, beat me. What's this? Yep, exactly. That's my text tone.
Wow.
Is it really?
It is actually. I
Oh my gosh,
fucking
world's
love...
biggest Kim Possible fan.
found him.
Hey.
I'm a Ron Stoppable enjoyer myself.
Yeah, Nick and Mole Rap. Let's go. Go on.
I could go for a Nako right now.
Knockouts, yes! God, I want to watch some Kim Possible.
Fucking hungry, man.
That's it. Tuesday streams.
Yeah. Sorry, the bear. Step aside.
Did we not get the thing? We didn't investigate upstairs, y'all.
Huh?
I forgot where
We
I found the
didn't-
keys. Oh, I got the keys. Yeah.
Is anyone 556 pilled?
No. Oh shit. Someone's on the pill.
I don't love that sound.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm just gonna
I wouldn't
close that
either.
door.
You know this stuff can get through doors, right?
Oh!
Nah.
No! No!
It
No!
won't.
No!
Oh,
Oh.
hiding him around the couch. This is all of my Call of Duty experience paying off. I'm dying.
Oh,
I
the
think you spelled the wrong
Motherlord
word.
200 556.
What? Good thing we have nothing for it. Or wait, do you still have your gun?
Yeah, it's a forever gun.
Okay, I will give you all my 556 then.
Huh?
Oh, little man.
Little man, quick. Kill this man with a gun. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Baby! It's half a man, but he's just as strong.
There's another one! There's another one! Oh, I'm getting hit as well!
many.
Somebody help me!
Why did this kick off?
Throw the turret!
There is no turret!
Oh my god, everybody's dead.
No.
I'm out of medkits. Oh, it's Jover. This is the last of the Mohicans. Oh, it's so Jover. It's never been more
No,
Jover.
no!
Wait, I can jump down. There's fall damage. Why is there fall damage? What the fuck?
Great game. Great game.
Why is there fall damage?
I watched that happen from inside. Oh my god.
Pictures taken moments before disaster.
Oh my god. Maybe this one's a little bit.
Yeah,
have,
maybe
like,
we
We
should
can do
try
it. We just need the turrets.
Tropical Oasis,
Oh
anybody?
no! Wait, yeah, we just need to grab the turrets. That's all.
Any
Yeah.
pina colada enjoyers?
Yeah, no, I'll get in your favorite turtleneck sweater and your swimming trunks, and let's go to the tropical beach.
Okay.
Also,
Too many
the
auto turrets.
those resurrection
Ah,
stones didn't
I'm
work,
for
did
it.
they?
No, they don't.
Oh yeah.
I noticed that as well.
Is there a button you have to activate maybe?
Didn't
Like,
tell
can
us
you still
anything.
access your inventory when you're dead?
No, I didn't even try.
All right.
Maybe you can
Let's
click on
try
it.
this again. We now have mini
Third time's a
turrets.
One more time.
Gonna celebrate. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Alright, don't stop dancing.
Mm.
Oh, why do I open up Twitter and the first thing I see is sexy wizard? God damn.
Hey.
No, not you, somebody else.
Oh. I worked hard on that meme.
Their sexy wizard node was.
Why
much
can you
more
move
appealing than
before any
yours
of
was,
us?
Let me just put it like that.
Host
I-
advantage.
Host advantage. I need to drop one of the turrets, so I don't have both of them. Give me a second, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave all the 556 for current.
Okay, Sean?
You know what? I'll take
you
a
like
Mr.
this?
Meddy's. Fuck it.
Sure.
Those med packs. Oh, there's 5.56 in here, Kern. And this place
Yeah,
we're
I just
jumping.
also gotta pick up some of the other guns. Just for good measure.
Yeah. The one
Let me
down
sort
here.
Load
my
up your
FPs.
weapons. Heard Smarty Mart was having a sale on a hairless pink rodent with a long, skinny tail. I figured that this could be the solution, the perfect pet for my dad's sensitive constitution. Yes, so the manager
Oh my
came
God,
to
Smarty
open
Mart.
the cage. He said, you know, this pet's hairless. I said I couldn't care less. He handed it to me. He said, be careful, don't drop it. Do you want this cage? No, I'll keep him in my pocket. What's that?
Oh, here, I'll
freaky
knock on the
little
door,
thing.
John.
Yes, that's right. It's the naked mole rat. Oh my gosh. Iconic. Iconic.
But
we have
Weeping and I'll
some
throw some
naked
solid
mole rat
lyrics
in-
down.
we got some naked mole rap enjoyers. This is what I love to see.
Mousie, you say you are a fan of Kim Possible.
Yeah.
A real fan would know the Smarty Mart jingle.
Oh,
What is it?
Are you gatekeeping her?
I don't
I am.
remember it actually.
And I'm being a terrible gatekeeper because I also don't remember what it is, but I know that there was one.
Damn, you're being something worse. You're being
I
a
know.
hypocrite.
I'm being a Soulsborne fan.
A hypocrite.
Wow.
You didn't beat the game naked level 1, so you didn't actually beat the game. And then when you do beat it naked level 1, I've already beaten it naked level 1 7 times.
Jesus
so it
Oh
doesn't
my
count.
god. Tall man.
Oh, it's me!
It's a tall man.
There's a guy there.
It's a Dutch man.
Quick, shoot it.
Oh, there's 5.56 in your car. You can't say that.
Hey,
Grief.
556.
I need
Oh.
I need some
I'll take the office keys.
I need some health. Fuck.
Health in this economy?
Yeah.
Oh, there's medkits
Dude,
in here. There's
get
medkits
a
in
life.
here, in the
Just
bathroom.
go for anyone else. Oh, I'm down.
Anybody else?
I don't think the assault rifle is very good. Doesn't do very much damage.
Yeah, I think the pistol's actually kind of the best
Goated.
one. Pistol's goated. This big DPS. Oh,
Yeah, it's just terrible ammo economy if I
Oh,
start using
God.
the 9 mils. You need a hand?
yeah, or 2.
Just take it all. Fuck it.
Did you
I
get
need
the
a new
health
pair
kits
of
in here?
legs.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah. I used a couple. I had to.
Oh god.
Right, I'm just gonna go
help.
outside. No, I'm going outside. It's easier to kite them.
Could you put down your turret? Maybe.
I didn't need to.
Well, it might be good to just prepare.
I wish I had shotgun ammo, but I don't.
Okay, I'm in the office. I'm doing the things. Oh my gosh, I just switched.
Shit, they just spawned outside.
There's a now.
Coming in.
It's a lot of.
Put down your turret.
They're coming. Kerm, get ready. They're here.
Interesting.
Not in here
I
though.
put down
In
the
here though.
turret. I put a turret down. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
No, press the wrong thing.
How
There
about
we
we
go.
all go? How about we all stay in this room
Yeah,
and
let-
then let
what
them
about-
come to us?
No, they're all for me outside. I'm
Come
I'm
in
here.
here,
come back in the house.
Take them to the office. Oh.
Wait, no. Okay, hold on. No, let's set it up outside. Hold on.
Okay. But it
There we
could have
go.
been like the scene
Hold
in
up.
The Matrix when all the guns are shooting the hole. To stop with robots.
You need to bring
Ow.
it this way.
God.
There we go.
I now have a resurrection stone,
Let's take a catch.
and I
Sick.
don't have the
Hookshot,
turret.
finally.
Where did it go?
I put mine
It's
down
in.
here.
It's right here.
This is mine.
I have mine.
I would highly recommend, by the
Oh,
way,
Kerm
putting
stole it.
healing things.
That's why.
Stole it? What do you mean? The one that was at like in spawn after you had left?
Okay, I'm
Shouldn't
ready
have
to
been, I
go
picked it
put
up.
down my turret. I'm gonna
If-
fucking
Yeah, in
YOLO in and put it down. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Alright,
If you
here I
haven't
go.
yet, I highly
Here I
recommend
go.
putting
Here I
some
go.
healing
Gonna
thing
combat roll and
on your hotbar.
You do it on that end? Okay, I'm gonna do the
Where
other
are
end.
they?
We have to, hold on, we have to go, shoot, where do we have to go?
To the
There's a
grave.
door we have to knock on, I forget where it is. Yeah, Sean, you're heading to, it's to the right. Building on this right.
The graveyard.
Yeah.
Why
you have
is
to
it
pull
not,
this,
like-
use the switch.
Oh yeah, they're all in now.
Okay, where are they?
In the graveyard. Big
Oh, God,
double
I need
team.
to- I need to-
No.
One of them's down. Behind you, Sean.
I'm down. But I put my turret down, so hopefully it'll help.
Oh fuck, I'm in a corner. I'm literally stuck in a corner.
I'm down, so be careful.
I'm
needing
in very
nuts.
poor shape. I need
You need to kite them back towards the turret that's down.
Yeah.
There's a tree in the way. The vertical hybrid's getting his ass eat.
Oh.
One vertical hybrid's down.
Yeah, you're doing it, you're doing it. Kerm, you need to, where's Kerm?
I'm in the graveyard with all the things.
You need to come
With the turrets.
Did you put down your turret?
Yeah.
I think we got him.
Okay, can you come get
Wanna
me,
get Mousie up?
please?
Yeah.
There's another
Are,
group
are you
still,
nearby?
but they're almost gone.
Sean's got me. Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Let me pick this baby
I
back up.
can't combat roll.
My
Oh.
child. My beautiful turret.
Did it work?
So I think I've activated 2 of the crosses so far. I know where another one is.
Have we...
Shit.
Put down your turret as well.
Okay, I think that's 3 of 4
I'm dead.
crosses. Taking a beer bottle.
Behind you.
I can
Why did
get
they just
Kerm.
stand there and take that?
Maybe they enjoy it.
You know what? Fair enough.
Maybe they enjoy standing there.
Oh,
taking
here's
it.
the 4th one. Okay, this should be the last cross.
Okay,
Yay!
Where's my turret? Oh, there it is.
It's right there. Yeah.
Okay, slay. Now
Alright,
what?
we
Explore the building. Where's the
slay.
building?
Yep, this way. Follow me.
I'm so proud of us! Now that we have our turrets, we're just...
Oh wait.
Wait, why do I have now this turret? I didn't pick it up.
I have a turret.
I have a turret.
Huh?
It's showing I've got a turret on my back,
Oh,
but I didn't pick
someone's
one up
down
and it's
here.
not in my
We need
inventory.
to
Baby!
press this.
Baby! Baby upstairs.
I don't see a turret on you.
Use the
I do.
5.56 rounds, right?
556. Yeah.
Shot
Yeah.
this
On the
bitch.
baby.
On the baby.
On the baby.
Ammo baby. This is the United States of America. All babies carry ammo.
There must be some hidden wall or something.
Yeah.
There was a button up top. Hold on.
Yeah, Sean got it.
This one.
There was a button downstairs. We got it.
Oh. Oh.
Can we
It's
break
just-
this?
I don't think this is real. Let's
Yeah, there's stuff behind it, but I don't think we can access.
Locked. Also seems to require power. I guess I should find a way to turn it on.
Was there was a button at the entrance that wasn't lit. Like, come here. What? Like, ah! Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back.
Yep, keep them kiting down the hall. Nice.
We can now go in that room now.
Hey, that's, yeah, nice. Power must be in here. Yep, here's the switch. Unlock door.
We're doing it.
We're gaming.
Gaming.
Ow, I took damage again.
Okay, let's go, lads.
Oh, it's unlocked.
Oh, look, it's a
Cool.
long corridor. What could go
Alright,
wrong?
drink your beer. Drink your beer. Beer up.
Oh!
Oh shit.
We still
Where
have all
is my
the
beer?
miniguns, right?
Where'd he go? I'm trying to get my
there we go.
5.56.
Breaching clear, breaching clear.
I,
Oh,
there
it's a
we go.
child.
Child.
Ooh, this looks spooky.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely... Oh, there's beer in here. Beer in this one.
Bro,
Well,
what the heck
someone needs
happened
it.
here?
Bro.
Let me in.
There's bear traps. I'm gonna pick up the bear
Grody.
trap. Pick up
Ew.
the
You
bear
could be a
traps.
bear trap guy.
There's
Oh, lift
incendiary. What
doors.
the hell is that?
Wait,
Yeah.
lift doors. Did you already press
What
this
is
button?
this?
Yes.
Incendiary.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
yeah.
Incendiary ammo. Ooh, maybe that's for another special weapon.
Ooh, like a bazooka.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes out for that.
You have a bazooka?
Imagine if you could. Ah!
Oh!
Child! Help
There's a
me!
big guy. There's a really big guy. Conjoined monstrosity. He's a very big guy.
Gun turrets
Big
down!
guy! Turret
Third
everywhere.
down.
Oh, the door's locked. We're trapped.
Oh my god, what the fuck? What in the human centipede is
See
that
the
shit?
boss.
What in the human centipede?
Oh, he is the big damage.
Oh my god, it's like cat dog! It's like cat dog!
Don't forget to heal up. Use medkits.
It's just like cat dog. Kill it.
Ah!
It's just like cat dog. It's a crime against God.
Ah! Please.
It's okay. It's dying. It's dying rapidly.
Oh! Happy 4th of July.
Yeah. America, bitch.
Quick! I'm gonna
This
pick
is
up the auto
horrible!
turret before the.
Yeah, pick up the
Yeah.
turret.
That was the monster. We didn't even get. What?
Pick up the auto
All right,
turret.
Or whatsoever.
Let's,
Yeah,
Let's
before the
Let's
game
look
ends.
around everything
Oh.
else.
Before the game ends.
Oh, just in time.
Shit.
Yeah,
Did you get him?
I
Yeah.
got one.
I got mine.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Because I couldn't pick it up while it was shooting. Wouldn't
Oh
let
my
me.
god.
Wow.
That was horrifying! Ah!
It spawned like in the room with me.
That was bad!
Oh, what is the? Oh, I think I got it. Smarty Mart, where smart shoppers go to where smart shoppers go to shop smart. Right? Isn't that
Yes,
it?
Yes, that's it!
Dude, it's so crazy how the brain remembers some things.
Yeah, like things burned in your mind as a child.
Irreversible brain damage.
The Disney Channel.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up the water balloons. Where are they? They're
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at
Where
our
were
weird
you when you
dudes.
saw the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour? Or That's So
what type of
Sweet Life of
environment
Zack
it's
and
in?
Cody.
Where
Let's
is
have a
he?
look.
Oh, he's over here. What
Oh no,
the
That's So
heck?
Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. That's what it was.
Why? Who dreamed this up? I need to have words.
Oh god.
It's horrifying.
Well, at least he's got.
Oh
ears.
wait, I gotta see him. Yeah, he's in the basement. I mean,
Yeah, this guy
Mm,
definitely never leaves the basement.
hey, this guy has a
Used
rich
to.
social life.
Yeah, he talks to his ass like all the
Cleanest Dota player.
Could have been worse. Could have played the other MOBA.
time. Hey.
Oh yeah, Heroes of the Storm.
What, Smite? Yeah, Smite's casual. Isn't it? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't know any others.
Wouldn't know any others. I only
Here's a
play
guy-
good games.
Here's a guy who drinks way too much Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Dude, no way. Are those a bag of? Is that a bag of nacho cheese
Yeah,
Doritos in his claw?
Wow.
And this is Dr. Pepper over here.
Hey now.
All he needs is a fedora. Tip tip, milady.
With what hands?
He stabs it. He stabs it on the top and then he lifts it up and puts it back down.
Jesus. Oh my god, y'all. That was When Sean started screaming, I was like, what does this monster even look like? And then it comes out, and it's just the most horrifying fucking cooked motherfucker I've ever seen.
The thing was, he was hanging on the ceiling, and then he like jumped on me.
What?
Yeah. I just walked around a corner, and then everything went red and jumped at me. It was horrible.
Absolutely not. Hold on, should we get some classy... Wait, hold up.
Just need to sit down somewhere.
Wait, no, I got you, hold on.
Oh.
Do we want retro?
No, I want the uniblock
Military?
plastic chest. No, let's get
Western?
the uniblock
Whoa,
plastic
what the
outside
heck?
chest. Oh, I just
Oh, look at
glitched
the little,
into
look at the
it.
little, rail car. Yeah,
Oh
mine
my
cart.
god, look at the
It
little
goes
cart!
back and forth. Don't shoot it. Oh,
beach.
yeah, this is it.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Beach bum?
Oh,
yeah.
it was nice.
Okay. I've bought it.
Where are my heart sunglasses? There we go. I'm
Oh, I'm
beach
inside
ready.
of it.
I can't get under the umbrella, but pretend. Oh wait, I'll sit with
Oh,
the
you
little
can't-
turtle. I'll
You
sit
can't
with
get
the
on that lounge chair.
No, but I'm gonna sit on the beach towel with the turtle. Well,
Nice.
it's 9 o'clock.
Gave me the.
What? Curb got there.
Literally a skill issue.
Skill issue.
Wow, what the fuck?
Getting good required.
What the hell? Alright.
Where are my water balloons?
It is 9 o'clock. Thank you all for joining us on this Saturday Spookums. This was a lot of fun. I really want to... There's so many other cases.
Why do I moan when I get hit?
Just really like water balloons.
There's so many other cases. I would be so down to, like, play this again. Unfortunately, next week there won't be a Saturday Spookums because I'm taking time off. I will be away. So, yeah. We'll have to be back the week after it, after that. So...
Mousie, you're a gamer. You're not allowed to touch grass. It's
What?
illegal.
In the year
It's
of our
it's
Lord?
challenge level impossible for a reason.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
Oh, Murky Divers in a couple of weeks has a big update for it as well.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Huge.
Alright, let's see who in the Yogs is live-erino. Oh, it does turn out to be... Kirsty is live. We'll send you over to Kirsty. Alright, homies, you can find me over at twitch.com or twitch.tv/Mousie. And Sean, you also stream, don't you?
Yeah, find me at twitch.com/I'mSeanP.
And then
I'm sure they'll take you there.
Petrock is Petrock, and then
Yep.
Kerm is Kerm. So
I'm here.
thank you.
Yeah,
all
you
for
find me by
joining
saying my name 3 times in the mirror.
Then a cheese Danish appears in
Yes,
front of you.
exactly.
What the fuck is a cheese Danish?
What? Area Danish
Wow.
man doesn't know what a cheese Danish is.
All right. Say hi to Kirsty, everyone.
Anyway.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your Saturday and weekend. I hope to see you around. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.